sir. Yes, sir. Self Love Show is in the building. And before we go further, as always, I'd like to give a big ups to Karen.
Silverback, more growth and development.
This show go. So big ups to Karen. Maybe I'll play the video later. 9 meals went Karen at the United States Post Office, just on a sidebar. I went Karen. So we got video.
The Self Love Show, giving you more than vitamins and minerals. Food for your soul, information and plans integral to making your mind grow. With more growth and development, BS is irrelevant to the intelligent. Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding is what we represent. It's the Self Love Show, the Self Love Show, the Self Love Show. We do it for our people. The Self Love Show, it's the Self Love Show, it's the Self Love Show. To expose and equal. The Self Love Show, the Self Love Show, the Self Love Show. Tory Wordsmith, 9 meals. The Self Love Show, the Self Love Show. You know how the story goes. It's the Self Love Show.
Welcome. Praise to Yah that we're back for another one. The views expressed in this podcast are those of the hosts, guests, and are not necessarily reflective of TATN or any affiliates. Welcome to another edition live of the Self Love Show on This Ain't That Network. Where we dive deep into the intersections of your mind, your body, your spirit, and your culture. This is one of the co-hosts, 9 Millie. All praise to the ancestors, the Most High, and my beloved late Mama Sky. Think about you every day. TATN. Welcome to the Self Love Show. In part 2 of this series, we turn our attention to the shocking execution of conservative pundit Charlie Kirk and the swirl of competing narratives that followed. Was his deletion a tragic act by a lone gunman or carefully orchestrated Psyop designed to fracture political movements? Over the next few minutes, we'll lay down the key players, prevailing theories, as the cat goes by, prevailing theories and questions that refuse to lay down. Almost immediately after the deletion, viral posts claim Charlie Kirk was wearing a concealed blood bag or squib. A Hollywood, which comes from the holly tree, a Hollywood trick to fake a gunshot wound rather than bleeding naturally. Fact-checking outlets debunk these hoax theories, showing that the bulge under his t-shirt was simply the microphone that he frequently used at his rallies. Yet, more elaborate conspiracies quickly gained traction. Far-right influencer Candace Owens alleged a shadowy group that proved a shadowy group chat proved Israel wanted Kirk silenced, while other commentators insist the Federal Bureau of Investigations suppressed doorbell cam footage of a woman they believe aided the alleged shooter. Even the Bureau's director admitted agents are probing theories of accomplices, hand signal coordination, and suppressed communications as part of a meticulous review. But beyond the hunt for a hidden gunman lies a deeper battle over the First and Second Amendments. Some claim these conspiracy theories themselves are being weaponized to justify tighter controls on speech and firearms under the guise of public safety. In this episode, we'll sift fact from fiction, explore how these narratives feed into broader cultural wars, and ask what Charlie Kirk's death means for the future of rights in these United States of America. So, whip out your self-love vision and your 10 hats This is the Self Love Show, and this is the revolution. And the revolution will not be on YouTube, however. These are lessons, not lecture. We're live and live in color. Today is Tuesday, October 7th, 2025, at about 7:11 in the glorious city of Chicago. Do you know where your children are at? And as always, you cats can be anywhere in this magnanimous universe, but thankfully, we all chose to be right here together. That's right. Here together. All right, brother Wordsmith just solved today's dome teaser. All right, he'll let you know the answer at the end of the show because you guys don't matriculate, and neither do you ladies anymore. But bear down, what down? Shot Town, what you manifesting today?
Love, nine. You know me, I'm manifesting love. What you manifesting?
Ditto, good brother. Pure, unfiltered, magnanimous, unfettered. Some say harsh, many say tough. But I can assure you, it's self love just the same, G.
No doubt, no doubt.
All right, what's been going on in your neck of America, Kirk, since we last popped out?
Well, you know, ICE been ramping up. They arrested 40-some people in South Shore in an apartment building. I'm not sure which building.
Yeah, I saw that last week. Yeah, it was the Carters.
Man, I think it's on corner of 75th and South Shore Drive. I think it's that one. From the little, footage that they showed, how tight it was. They didn't want to let you know where it was at.
Yeah. Yeah. They just rounded up Homeland Security, FBI, and LAPD. Went out to San Pedro and out here in Southern Cal, it's near Long Beach, and rounded up a lot of alleged cartel members today. So they had a big, big press conference bragging about it. So, yeah.
Well, you got to do something because it ain't sustainable.
Yeah. All right. What to expect on today's show? We always kick it off with the Self Love Show quote of the day. And then we run a short video, more growth and development video. That's our platform that the show stands on. And then we react to two even shorter videos. Usually we show our government interacting with the citizens, and we'll decide if it's tyrannical, or if it's not tyrannical. All right. Tattoo tyranny. And there's a riddle in the chat. All right. It's pinned in the chat. It's a dome teaser. Matriculate, you guys. Your mind will get stronger the more you use it. And today's topic: Pink America's so-called Malcolm X. Who was he? We cover that in part 1 of this series. Psyop? Conspiracies? Attack on the First and Second Amendment. So that's what we're breaking down here today. Y'all do us a favor, smash that like button if you haven't already done it. We appreciate it. It helps the algorithm. And then repost this link because we're unpacking some serious stuff. And then we close it out with my personal favorite part of the whole shebang. And that's where this brother Wordsmith's going to summarize everything covered on today's show right from the ether. Pulls it from the ether. Top of the dome, freestyle, bit of poetry. And sometimes we set it to music. And it's a great treat. So do stick around for that. And then you got any announcements there, fella?
Like, share, subscribe, far and wide. Let's get it.
Yeah, engine summer is ending for y'all, huh? The Hawk is about to check in, huh?
I don't know. It's 59 today. Just bipolar weather. It was 80 something yesterday.
Yeah.
You know how that goes.
Yeah.
Eventually. But it hasn't been bad past few years, so I'm not gonna complain at all.
I heard you guys been having some mild winters out there, relatively speaking.
Mild. Yeah, mild.
By Chicago standards.
Definitely by Chicago standards.
Yeah. All right, y'all. And I'll add to that. Stop the violence. All right. Please stop the violence. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, go ahead and subscribe. Also, get your mental health checked out and your physical health out there checked out. You know, at least go see your doctor once a year out there. You know what I mean? All right. And anybody out there, any conspiracy theorists, anybody, what was his organization called? Shit.
Round point, something point, turning point.
Yeah. Anybody, any members of Turning Point? You know, anybody from the alt-right, KKK, we want to hear from you. You might just be, you know, a conservative. You know, you might not like any of that. You might be from the wacky alt-left. You know what I mean? You know, you might be an anarchist. You know, you might be a furry. You know what a furry is, so?
Someone that likes to dress up in or
Yeah.
furry
Yes.
costumes or whatever.
Yes, it's a sexual connotation to it too, I think.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they said that's what the Patsy, the peppermint Patsy here, Tyler Robinson, and his roommate who was allegedly transitioning, because you know they outed him. He didn't out himself. They outed him during the investigation. Allegedly,
Well, they
were furries.
they
Yeah.
told a whole bunch of information that seemed to be like
Save that. All right. Yeah. Yeah. But we're gonna get to what he's talking about. Yes, you're right though, fella. All right, y'all. Chat rats. You know, so please interact as Brother Wordsmith has put in there. And before we go further, this wouldn't be possible without our sponsors. Midwest Festivals presents Ancestral Echoes.
echoes.
That's right. And they do other events throughout the Chicagoland area. But it's a house music, glamping house music fest with some of the greatest DJs from the Midwest area and across the country. And also a great crowd of people that come out. You know, very high vibrational people come out to these events. You know, we did a poll on this channel. Why do you attend Music Fest? For the music or the people? And half the people said for the music, and half the people said for the people. And this particular fest has it both locked in. All right. So you got to be there. And Tay Mills Aesthetics. You find yourself in sunny Southern California and you want to, you know, find yourself a multicultural skin, body, and weight loss pro, licensed esthetician, bonded, fully insured. Reach out to Tay Mills at www.taymilzaesthetics.com. And you might need some swag on a shirt. You know, maybe you don't want to get the official Bear shirt. Maybe you can't order it in time. Maybe you just want to have do your own thing. All right. Reach out to Bella B, copper colored. You can reach Bella B at designs365@gmail.com. Place your orders. Last but certainly not least, gym recovery. You might get a flat. A lot of these modern day cars don't even come with a spare anymore. You know what I mean? And you know, and you might need to get your whip towed somewhere. You reach out to Jim Recovery if you're in the Chicagoland area. He'll pull up in a brand new tow truck, top of the line. It's not AI driven yet. Top of the line technology. Put it up on the flatbed and get you and your whip home safely, and you don't have to worry about somebody dragging your car across the potholes in the great city of Chicago. All right. So that's what we got. Enough of my yapping. I'll turn it over to this brother so he can handle his business.
Yes, y'all. It don't stop. Self Love Show rocks on. As you know, we always begin the show, with the Self Love Show quote of the day. But before that, after that, we have the video that we're building the Self Love Nation off of. Silverback, more growth and development platform that we're building it off of. Y'all know how the game go. Conservatives are branded bigots, and we are falsely accused of hate speech when we express traditional values and ideas that have made America the greatest country on earth. Once again, conservatives are branded bigots, and we are falsely accused of hate speech when we express traditional values and ideas that have made America the greatest country on earth. It's Charlie Kirk.
Is it the greatest country on earth? I know they've been ramming that down my throat since Theta.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to experience somewhere else for some time.
Yeah.
I've only been here, so that's what they've been ramming, and it's yeah.
Maybe if you're pink. Are we getting volume there, Karen? Karen, I don't think we're getting volume there. Big ups to Karen. All the Karens out there. I went Karen this weekend at the post office. We may run that video for you if we have time at some point during the show. A lot of people in the comments like to take it up the bum. And then when I went out to the Lily White area in Santa Monica they were kissing my ass out there. You know what I mean? Talking to me with respect and dignity. You know why that happens? Because those people complain. We take it up the bum. Go ahead. You can go ahead, Karen.
What the heck is this going on?
Silverback More Growth and Development Platform. Number 1, repair our nation via reparations. We demand our silver back. Number 2, to connect our breadwinners with our activists. Number 3, show an accurate depiction of African American Chi-Town. 4, to shine a light on positive influence. 5, heal our community one person at a time. 6, to provide an unfiltered platform for our influencers. 7, recycle the black dollar. 8, to provide mentors for the mentorless. 9, to close the gap between us and our pink kinsmen.
Number 10, protect our women, children, and men by any and all means necessary.
That part. People said truly. All right. If you missed last week's show, it's part 1 of this 2-part edition. This is the conclusion. Pink America's Malcolm X. Who was Charlie Kirk? Psyop, attack on the First and Second Amendment. What say you, Brother Wordsmith?
It was chocked full of information about his early life and things like that. And it's a perfect foundation for where we go from here. So if this is a little ahead of where you are with the situation, just go back and watch that one. Come on back, start right here.
That's right. And get your 10 hat for part 2. Get your 10 hats out. You know, we probably take the gloves off here. We've got 0 strikes. You know what I mean? YouTube's kind of, you know what I mean? But all right. Warm up poll question. I just put that in the chat, you guys, that last link. Brother Wordsmith, we'll answer this at the end of the show, but we want you guys to chime in and we'll get you the results. Do you buy the Federal Bureau of Investigation's narrative relating to the Charlie K. Kirk deletion? Do you buy the Federal Bureau of Investigation's narrative relating to the Charlie K. Kirk deletion? Your first option is no. Your second option is yes. I'm lapping it up. Your third option, unsure, rubbing my bum on fence. Okay. That's an option. I may stop doing that, offering that option, because people are taking advantage of it. You know what I mean? They think it's an option.
They just want to rub their bum.
Yes. But there's a couple times I've rubbed my bum, and it wasn't because I had any proclivities. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I was truly couldn't, choose a side out there. It's like choosing between King Von and FBG Duck. You know what I mean? I'm not involved in that. Rest their souls. And both great artists. All right. Yeah. So you guys and ladies, please vote. We'd like to hear your opinion out there. And we need the data. But today's show, Pink America's Malcolm X, Charlie Kirk, Psyop, conspiracies, attack on the First and Second Amendment. This is part 2. All right, Noop, did you see Comedic Cops? Man, they need to take this show to Vegas.
I'm almost certain that I haven't seen that, but I pretty much stay unplugged.
All right, I just want to say fuck 12 real quick, and Inside Edition, fair use. Inside Edition, fair use, everybody.
This suspect wasn't afraid of horses until an officer said this.
That's cool. I have a narcotic smelling horse right here. All right, stop.
He apparently didn't get the joke. This comical video is courtesy of the mounted police in Lubbock, Texas. Officers stopped a group of people who were on foot and asked to search one of the men. When he said no, one of the officers made a joke.
That's cool. I have a narcotic smelling horse right here. All right, stop.
An officer told local media he thought the suspect was playing along as part of the joke. But when he wouldn't stop running, they realized he was actually fleeing. It was not surprising that the man who seemed to believe a horse could sniff out narcotics also believed he could outrun a horse. He was wrong and was quickly apprehended and charged with evading arrest, tampering with physical evidence, and intent to impair. The police department says it posted the video to give people a good laugh, but also to remind them that equine officers are also committed to upholding the law.
All right, stop.
Okay.
All right. What's your take on that, dear Phil?
Yeah, that guy, definitely not that bright. I don't know how he thought he was going to get out of it. Maybe he was off some of those said narcotics.
Right. He didn't jump one of those fences that are all over there. He didn't do nothing. He's just running in a straight line from a horse. You know what I mean? Like, is that your first time ever running from 12?
Oh, my God.
What got me, and there was other commentary similar to mine, how they're glossing over and humorizing the stop and frisk.
Right, it was a joke.
They're humorizing the stop and frisk, the illegal search and seizures. Yeah. They're alleging that it was a joke.
Yeah, it was not
like it was a joke to me. Hold on, let me give my take. And it sounded like it was a lie. You know what I mean? And then now they're saying, oh yeah, the cop thought he was playing along. So you thought the guy was playing along by running. So you guys are just having some fun out there. Y'all was just having fun out there. So yeah. I know bullshit when I smell it.
Oh yeah. Agreed. Complete crap. I mean, he was not joking. I mean, he was joking only in that he was lying.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. It's like a little kid. Why are you lying to me, son? I wasn't lying, Dad. I was joking. It's a fine line between a joke and a lie.
Yeah, so you caused him to run. And,
yes.
And that's got to be, it should be some, he probably doesn't have a lawyer.
It's going to get thrown out, in my opinion. And Inside Edition should have done a better job. They walked up on him with no probable cause and asked, can we search you? Right. And just because the guy runs away, That's not him saying, "I give you permission to search me."
Well, no. I don't think it's probable cause either.
Well, they're going to say him running became probable cause after he told his little joke.
Yeah. Nah, that shouldn't fly.
It ain't gonna fly.
If you don't know, I don't know where he's from, or where was this at?
Lubbock, Texas.
Oh, that's right, Lubbock, Texas.
Probably somewhere near the border. I don't know how close it is to the border, but you got the Mounties out there in Texas with the little cowboy hats on. This takes me all the way back in the day.
Yeah, that dude was like, he could have did better trying to escape though.
He definitely could have did better, but he was probably under the influence. Tyranny. We want to hear from you guys. If it's tyranny, you guys give it a thumb down. If you think that's the good law enforcement we're paying our taxes for, give it a thumbs up. Self love. What say ye?
Definitely going to go tyranny.
Yeah. They always run up on young people like that too, because they know they don't know better. They don't know the laws. You know what I'm saying? So
he looking like yeah.
Horse sniffing, drug sniffing horse.
Drug sniffing horses. Oh my God.
Yeah. And he was joking. He didn't laugh when he said it. You know what I mean?
He was trying to stir them up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Complete tyranny.
Yeah. And I'm pissed at the big media for trying to run that down everybody's throat and subliminally, oh, that's funny. Tyranny's
they
funny.
put what they put, yeah.
Yeah.
Putting down there.
Yeah.
Inside edition.
You don't know what's in their heart? Is that what you're saying?
No, it's very TMZ-ish.
It is.
That's what I'll say.
Yeah, it is. All right. Pink America's Malcolm X, Charlie Kirk. Who was he? We covered that in edition 1. Is this a psyop? Okay. Put your wacky conspiracy theory hats on. We're going to be breaking this down very shortly. Are they attacking our beloved freedom of expression and our rights to bear arms all in one big sandwich? Often, if there's false flags and things of this nature, it's not to accomplish one goal. It's usually like a layer cake. There's a lot of agendas, and a lot of people are benefiting from it, usually. And that's what we're going to be talking about shortly. Please smash that like button if you don't mind. All right, Karen, we got one more for you guys. Train Karens, Brother Wordsmith. Train Karens. Fair use. Big ups to American Broadcasting Company.
A former writer for a hit TV show is sharing his side of the story this morning after he was kicked off a commuter train in New York City.
He was given the boot and put in handcuffs, all because of how he was sitting. ABC's Elizabeth Schulze has the story.
This morning, the man seen in this video being removed from a train on the way from New York City to Connecticut is speaking out.
Because this white woman said she didn't like the way I was sitting.
Authorities say Alex O'Keefe, a former writer on the TV drama The Bear, had his feet up on the seat next to him. O'Keefe posting the video saying a woman told him to fix the way he was sitting. After he refused, he says she told the conductor, who in turn called police and stopped the train.
Let's go. I haven't done anything illegal.
When police arrived, they told him to get off the train and he refused, asking what he was doing that was illegal. He was then handcuffed and removed from the train. The Metropolitan Transportation Authority says O'Keefe continued to refuse to exit, delaying service for several hundred other riders for 6 minutes. He was then issued a summons for disorderly conduct and was allowed to board the next train. According to MTA rules, riders can be fined $50 for occupying more than one seat by placing their feet up. And if a rider ignores a violation notice, they can be ejected.
Why they're delaying people, why they have to get the people involved, the cops involved. Just take your feet off the seat. It's that simple. And respect other passengers.
In a statement overnight, O'Keefe responded saying, quote, a 31-year-old white man in business casual would never be violently pulled off a train and detained because one customer deemed their sitting disrespectful. Elizabeth Schulze, ABC News, New York.
Conspiracy theories about the death of...
All right. We had a Karen there. Hmm. All right. So that's like the metro. That's like their equivalent of a metro. You're riding the metro, and some ladies there telling you to get your feet off that seat, boy. You know what I mean? A, how would you respond to that? And B, what's your take on this whole thing?
Um, I don't. I think people should mind their business, and I don't think that was a big deal unless there was nowhere else to sit. I know it was about being Karened, but they already got rules for that crap. It's nonsense. The long and short of it.
Yeah, I mean, do they get off on this? I mean, his point, a 31-year-old person, like, should we start doing that as people? Should we start like watching them doing stuff that's against the rules and then calling the train conductor and saying, hey, this guy won't take his feet off the, you know what I mean?
It's quite pathetic.
Should we start doing that, fighting fire with fire? Because I would have been pissed at her. She's the one who stopped the train.
Right. And the police and the conductor, all of them
Yeah.
stopped the train because that's fucking dumb shit.
Now, he could have taken his feet down once the authorities pulled up. Right?
Yeah.
Then he just would have had a viral video.
Yeah.
I agree with you. Overall, people need to just kind of mind their business a little more than that. I mean, it's not a big deal. I mean, should his feet be up? Probably not.
Probably not, but I mean, if there are plenty of seats, then why does it matter?
Yeah. I don't want to say never, but I just don't think if there was an older black woman that it would have gone to that level. She might have mentioned it and she might have just left it at that. You know what I mean? I don't think she would have called the conductor and made a big tiff about it. What is it about these Karen?
At this day and age and this time, most of us won't say anything because, it could
they're scared.
It could turn violent. Yeah. So I don't these Karen types, the archetype of the Karen is just fearless. Have no idea that they could be ended.
Fearless and clueless.
Yes. Fearless because of they're clueless. Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like they just want attention.
No,
that's why
they think that they are perpetuating right.
That's why I ask you. I think they want attention. They're attention. They're lonely attention seekers. That's why I asked you, how would you respond to it? And the best way is just to ignore them as though they're not even talking to you.
Like, huh? Yeah, well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the best way. That will crush.
Oh, yeah.
That would crush their spirit.
Yeah, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Just act like they're not even talking to you.
Crush.
That's the thing about it, Tough. We say on this show quite frequently, I don't answer questions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Why do you have your feet, on the seat? You just ignore them. Because I think they get off on the engagement. They're getting off on that stuff. They're getting off on it.
They are. They think they're doing right, and they think they can tell you what to do. These people have a mental disorder.
Yes. And that old Karen knows that back in her day, a mob would have gone on that train and beat the brakes off dude. If he was lucky, he might have came up missing. The cops would have drug him off and put him up on a tree. Yep.
Yeah. Strung him up.
Yeah. This goes back to that. And we don't know. In a previous life, maybe that happened to him. Maybe that's why he was so adamant. You know what I mean? Who knows? But all right, big ups, small ups to all the Karens out there. They're doing what they're programmed to do.
They're playing their part. A lot of them ain't even got souls. They're just like a video game character, extra, a filler.
Yeah,
a lot of these Karens, and they're playing the Karen.
You talking about a CPU?
Yeah, the Karen archetype.
Yeah, the CPU.
I forgot what it's not. Damn.
Yeah.
I forgot the term because it's a term. And
yeah, I call them CPU.
The bots.
Yeah,
no,
I call
bots.
them. Yeah, I call them CPU. Yeah. It's not the human consciousness. It's
the bot.
Yeah, yeah. All right, y'all. Y'all know what we on. All right, we've got a riddle. Brother Wordsmith has solved it. He'll give you the key at the end of the show if you guys are once again going to be lazy. I lurk behind official doors, unseen by all but the keen. Stitched from questions too many and proof far too lean. I grow in the gaps where doubt and rumor meet. What am I? Fed on secrets and elite deceit. Okay. I lurk behind official doors, unseen by all but the keen. Stitched from questions too many and proof far too lean. I grow in the gaps where doubt and rumor meet. What am I? Fed on secrets and elite deceit. You got to the end of the show to matriculate. Enough of the appetizers there, Brother Wordsmith.
Let's quench the self-love nation's thirst.
All right, Karen, we got a short video and we're going to hop on topic. And air quotes, I'm not sure if K was his middle initial.
Conspiracy theories about the death of Charlie Kirk have been exploding online.
Israel will kill him.
The martyr, Charlie Kirk.
There have been more than 2 million distinct posts in the last week on X or Twitter referencing these conspiracy theories. That's according to the data analytics firm Peak Metrics, which said that it's actually twice as many posts as there were after the assassination attempt against Donald Trump last summer. Think about that. Some left-wing figures have been pushing the unhinged theory that Donald Trump himself orchestrated the killing to distract from the Jeffrey Epstein scandal. Other liberal activists have tried to connect the suspect to far-right white supremacist groups that have been clashing with Charlie Kirk, even though there is mounting evidence that the suspect was upset with Charlie Kirk's conservative ideology. And then on the right, some of Trump's allies like Steve Bannon and Laura Loomer have been pushing the idea that the suspect was part of a terror cell, even though the authorities have said that the suspect acted alone.
It seems like we're being spoon-fed a narrative.
Others on the right have been leaning hard into anti-Semitic tropes and are blaming Israel.
I heard that Charlie Kirk was afraid Israel was going to kill him.
Threats were made.
These theories are insane, but the disinformation expert I spoke to said they don't really need to make any sense because on the internet, the incentives are totally backwards. The podcasters, influencers, and grifters that have been promoting these conspiracy theories need to churn out take after take. The more inflammatory, the better, so that they can gain more followers, build subscribers, and keep the money flowing.
All right. All right, y'all know why we do this show. We do it for the fallen, like George Floyd. Rest up, my brother. We do it for the copper colored, copper first, bronze first. More growth and development platform video. We're here to chronicle our version of our history as opposed to allowing others to ram their version and tell us who our heroes are down our throats. And we do it for the ones who come behind us, who may literally be us on the respawn. So that's why we do it. And so I guess we can just hop right to it. I want to, this is something you were teasing last week's show. Erica K. Kirk. Erica K. Kirk. And you know, I said she's a honeypot. You know, I'll be on the honeypot's ass. So
Right.
it's old, they've been using this since the Middle Ages, if not before. The honeypot.
Much before.
Yeah, much before. Yeah. they'd have some. Yeah, she's the Duke of such and such's daughter, and they're gonna meet. Tory Wordsmith's gonna marry her. You know what I mean? Next thing you know, that whole country's trampled. You know what I mean? And Tory's got off with his head. All right, you got the honeypot short history. So, what do you what's your take on her, bro? And I got some slides to show, but go ahead.
It seems to me like she's been propped up and put in place to not only take his place, but to elevate the whole program. She speaks too well and acts even better. And I think they're propping her up.
Yeah, and I mean, not to be, shallow how, unless she's just a money grabber. I don't see why is she attracted to him? I'll just say that. But I mean, that happens. You know what I mean?
I mean, hold on. If somebody propped him up and gave him $4 million at 18 years old, yeah, money's an incentive.
Correct. That's what I'm saying.
I'm agreeing. I'm just saying that is a reason.
All right.
I mean,
you ain't judging her.
No, it can completely be in the realm of the honeypot for her to put them in position, sign him up, and then sign her with him.
Okay.
And it's all part of the program.
So she was Trump's Miss Arizona 2012. It's a Trump-owned pageant. She was a casting director, allegedly. That was the role she was playing. She had never been in any beauty contest before this. The Trump people reached out to her and said, hey, you want to be in this thing? And she was in it, and she won it. What's your take on that? Nothing to see there? It could happen.
Yeah, well, she was put in place. That just goes right along hand in hand with what I'm saying.
Right, the Trump people. Casting director, founder of multiple nonprofits with orphan projects. There was one in Romania where the Romanians ran them out of their country because it was the orphans, and they said the orphans was coming up missing and being sex trafficked by her nonprofit.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, why go all? She's not even a Romanian descent. Why go all the way to Romania to help orphans? They don't have orphans in Arizona out there?
Dude, they are allegedly. I don't want to say her for sure or any of that. I don't want to put that out there, but any organization that's dealing with orphans in a foreign land is nefarious at best. If they're talking about removing them and taking custody or doing anything, trying to
shipping them to families all over the world,
get them adopted and all that, nefarious at best, and straight devils at worst.
She married into MAGA's golden boy after falling in love over an interview, once again, set up by Trump's team. So his business is up off the ground. He's rolling, and you should interview her for a position. And then somehow he fell in love with her at that interview.
Wow, that's they're both propped up.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he knew she was. That doesn't mean.
I don't think he knew, and I'm agreeing with the honeypot. I don't think he would. I don't think he would, in that sense, be about that.
Correct.
I don't even know how. I don't think he thought he was propped up. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, he believed his own hype, but
yes.
Okay, right? So he didn't know he was being used like that, maybe to a point. But
and part of that was he thought he could deal with her, and he was on her level. You know what I mean? The delusion.
Yeah, he just thought she was just a good wife.
Yeah.
All right, let's focus on her right now. Married into MAGA's golden boy after falling in love over an interview. So what they do with these honeypots, they know everything about him. They know what he likes. He's got a quote unquote friend. He's got people around him. It might be an interview. Hey, brother Wordsmith, we're gonna just have a fun interview with this podcast, and we're gonna ask you some questions, and and they ask you questions about love and who you like and which type is. So then she's able to just play that role in a 20-minute interview and then win his heart over.
Yeah.
Because he said in an interview at the end of the interview, and this whole thing could be a farce, to your point.
Yes.
But he alleges that at the end of that interview, he said, "You're not going to be my employee. You're going to be my wife." That's some magic, ain't it?
Yeah, that's some honeypot mess. That's some Biggie asking Faith to get
Yes.
married in a week or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's not coincidence. That's placement. Now, her father, this is she's just a Christian girl. She's just a Christian girl, yeah, that's all she is. She's just, the beauty pageant queen. Her father, Department of Defense, Raytheon, Israeli freaking division self. Can we make this up?
Mm-mm.
Now, anybody knows what, my bad, go ahead.
I said, we don't have to make it up. I mean, it's just what facts are. And you do a little research.
And anybody who knows what the DOD is and Raytheon, yeah, do your own research on that. And she had to have been raised a certain way. At 17, she had her nonprofit going. Speaking of propped up, she had the nonprofit over there getting all this money over there in Romania at 7 freaking teen.
Oh my God.
And he was at 18, like you said, doing big things. All right. Her parents are prominent Zionists. We're not going to go into, well, we went into it last week, but I was talking to somebody about this after you. Zionists. What are they, Self? People who believe in an Israeli state, right?
Yeah, and they prop up the Jewish faith or whatever. They don't have to be a member of it, though.
Correct. Her grandfather, Carl Kenneth.
Pardon me.
Yeah. Her grandfather, Carl Kenneth Francie, sounds like how I don't want to say it here. Vice President.
I know the intention, but please don't.
Vice President of American Banknote Company. Yes, the ones tied to secure printing and IDs. Was Grand Chief of the Independent Order of Vikings, knighted by the King of Sweden. See, these people don't come out of nowhere. We've talked about it on the show. They pulled themselves up by the bootstrap. Why ain't y'all working hard like everybody else?
Lie. It'd always be a lie.
Yeah.
A lie.
And the flip side of that, when we say one of your kids, then they will do something great, create something beautiful, they come and throw a whole lot of money at them and just buy it from them and then just wipe them away and then take the credit and do something else with it.
Yeah, it'd be a lie.
Yeah. Yeah. This is not some random trad wife. I don't know what a trad is. But she was wealthy before knowing Charlie. So now, wealth does love to marry wealth. But I can't say she was looking at him like, oh my God, I need his money. And oh my God, he's handsome. Look at this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm asking you guys, what do y'all think? We'll go further. Okay, we did that already. Zoom out, which is what I say a lot. I tell y'all to zoom out a lot. Let's see, 3. We did that. Okay. The architecture is deja vu. Ray Cohn built the CIA sex kitten blackmail machine. We've talked about these honeypots. Marilyn Monroe is a well-known honeypot. She's like the hero of honeypots. There's people all over the world with her poster in their room, and they don't even know why. You don't see no men with it. It's always women. She's like a hero. All right. Trump owned pageants and hotels, perfect leverage farms. Epstein wasn't a fluke. He was a franchise plug-in, and some people have said he was a Zionist working with the Zionists, and he was a Zionist spook. We're not saying it. Right?
Yeah. They definitely say he was a Zionist for sure. Man.
Well, remember, he was a math tutor. He didn't even have a teaching credentials. Got a job at a fancy private school teaching English and math.
Until they found out he didn't have no credentials.
Messing around with the girls, and then became a billionaire after that.
Right.
Yeah. I don't believe that. We'd have to look into who his parents was and all that. We've never done that. Nobody's talking about that.
They definitely are.
Watch that.
You already know, he's so they.
So Erica's pageant to angel trajectory fits the blueprint. Why would a young multimillionaire from an initiated family become a Trump pageant girl? I mean, this is a very valid question. Come on, Self. That's beneath
back, bro. They've been raising them from birth to be put in place, bro.
Yeah, it's like one of the Obamas becoming a Trump pageant girl. It's bigger than that though, because their family was way more initiated.
Yeah, it's less than that though, because her family was not as public figure as the Obamas, so that would be much more. People don't know that these plug people are plugged, is what I'm saying.
I agree. I agree. Erica attended a Jesuit university. We did a show on the Jesuits. Ooh. Yeah, the Jesuits, boy. Don't nobody talk about them, that's for sure.
Check it out. Better go check it out. Check it out.
Boy, they be under the radar like a mug, boy. They are powerful.
Down. They went down on that show.
Yeah, they are powerful. So she attended Regis University located in Denver, Colorado. Guess who else attended a Jesuit school? Let's see here. Again, Erica was recruited into modeling. Her first pageants were Donald Trump-owned Miss USA pageants, winning Miss AZ in 2012, where she set up for Charlie the way Melania was set up for Donald Trump. I've been saying she's a honeypot too.
Yeah, I mean,
Melania was brought to the U.S. by Paolo Zampalli, a modeling agent with ties to Mossad, Epstein's orbit, and the elite trafficking rings.
She's so quiet, though. I mean,
yes,
that's the difference I see. Like, she's not, and he's so. Yeah, I don't know how Charlie dealt with his wife. I never heard of her speaking out before he was unalive.
No, they play that role.
Right. So, Melania
now, if Trump would have got unalive, who knows what Melania would have started doing?
Yeah, I mean, she has spoken in like damn near word for word Michelle Obama's speech.
No, verbatim. And then lied about it. I did. I may have done something similar like that at the university. I don't know how this guy got this. You know what I mean? I don't know either.
I have no idea how he put it out before me.
Right. You know, we happen to be in the same discussion, the same everything. I have no idea how this happened. Are you blaming me? I'm the black guy. I was in African American studies class. It's more likely that he's in here. All right, anyway. It was a black professor too. She knew it was me. Gave us both C's. Poor kid should have had an A. It was an A paper. I took that C. All right, allegedly. Tate's Angels, the cam girl trafficking ring, Romanian Angels, Erica's orphan project accused of sex trafficking. Angels is cover for export pipelines of flesh on the younger side. Don't forget Epstein's financier, Lex Wexner's Victoria's Secret Angels. Epstein had power of attorney over Wexner's estate. And we all know what those angels are all about, don't we? Questions, questions, questions. Charlie's Angels. Yeah. We're just going down the timeline. Honeypot. This isn't religious branding, it's operational branding. Meanwhile, Charlie Kirk's TP USA UK launched at the Royal Automobile Club under Prince Michael of Kent, the Grand Master of Freemasonry. So, George Farmer, Candace Owens' zaddy, Candace Owens' zaddy, sat as chairman, tied to Andrew Tate long before Candace. Okay. Controlled networks, every link in place. And George Farmer's, Candace's elite husband ties Tate's Angels to Erica. Is this making sense? You following this?
Yeah.
Is Erica Kirk the grieving traditional wife? Or the CIA Mossad honeypot who just inherited the keys to MAGA's youth machine? Did she pay her dues and rite of passage? Charlie's political machine didn't collapse. It was transferred, resurrected through his ritual death. Told y'all to put your conspiracy hats. We're just throwing out the information here.
It's a lot of information. It's interesting.
Well, it's what you were saying earlier. And I was like, just keep focusing on her because we were going to get to this. He was propped up too, right?
Yeah.
So he's propped up. If you guys can imagine, you prop up this young kid, and they love to prop you up when you're young because you don't know your head from your ass, although you think you do.
You think you know everything.
Yeah. You don't have the wisdom. You don't have the discernment abilities yet as much. Some people do. And then a lot of them will get to a place, right, Self, where they're like, wait a minute, I'm not doing that, or I'm not doing this, or I didn't sign up for that. And then that's where the honeypot comes in and gets you backdoored or whatever.
Unfortunately so.
Yeah. Yeah. Because, which we're about to get into, it didn't seem like he was towing the company line. It's like if the guys put me up and y'all was like, man, don't fuck with them dudes, man. No, they put me up. You know, they gonna build the studio. They bought me a crib. They got me this nice whip. You know what I mean? And all I had to do was certain things within the music community, music business, and I'm washing their money and I'm taking flights with dope on the plane. And then all of a sudden I'm like, I don't want to do it. It's gonna be a problem because they wasn't spending their money for nothing.
Exactly. And it's like, hold on, it's a little different than that. You think they want you strictly for the music. And then they trying to slide the dope on you. That's more of what
how
it's
they're
like.
doing them.
Yeah, because you'd be like, oh man, they want me for the music and this shit, the music and music. They give me everything, they set me all up. And then they like, oh, you gotta take this package.
Right. Juice WRLD.
Yeah.
Potentially.
They killed Juice WRLD.
Yeah.
I mean, unalived, pardon me.
I mean, anything else you want to say about Erica K. Kirk?
I think this was the plan the whole time. I think she's more controllable.
Mm-hmm.
So I think she'll be completely directed in what to say and what to do. Whereas I don't think that dude really was all the way.
And she's got to have strong resolve. I just don't see, and people mourn differently. But when Minister Malcolm was assassinated, his wife was in shock. Um, you're literally there self-witnessing your other half be assassinated in front of you and the kids. And she popped out of that quick with the little crocodile tears and and you guys have unleashed the beast and I'm gonna take over it. Made sure everybody knew publicly I'm in charge now. I'm
She
in
almost
charge.
cried more about forgiving the young
Peppermint Patsy.
Yeah, the Patsy. She cried more about the Patsy than she did about her husband.
Yeah. Tyler Robinson.
And you didn't know what he did, but he's created a beast. Like, damn. It was Joel Osteen-ish. Yeah, I miss my dad, and he handed me everything, and then I came into power, and it was like, oh man, shit, you people full of it.
We ran this one last week, but we got to run it again.
Allegedly.
President John F. Kennedy was assassinated. Back in 1963, President John F. Kennedy was assassinated. For the nation, the day after the assassination, Malcolm X made a remark that shocked both his followers and his enemies.
When you send your chickens out in the morning from your barnyard, those chickens will return that evening to your barnyard, not your neighbor's barnyard. I think this is a prime example of the devil's chickens coming back home to roost.
The public was enraged by his apparent irreverence. In his book, Malcolm insists he was misunderstood.
You were involved in a controversy some months ago with your leader. Is that over?
Well, I've been silent for the past 90 days because of some statements I made concerning the President of the United States, which were distorted.
They were distorted?
And yes.
What did you say, Malcolm?
Well, I said the same thing that everybody says, that his assassination was the result of the climate of hate. But only I said the chickens came home to roost, and which means the same thing. Climate of hate means that this is the result of something. And when I said chickens coming home to roost, I said the same thing.
But you did not say that you were glad the president was killed.
No, that's what the press said.
All right. So we thought that was appropriate.
If Jesus fed people for free, taught people for free, and healed people for free, why don't we do the same?
Churches should.
Churches should? Okay. But why can't we do that on a more systemic level through government programs? Hey, maybe private companies with all of their record profits. Why hasn't Elon put up some of his own private money to help end homelessness?
Because homelessness is not a money problem. Almost every single one of them has either mental problems or drug disorders. It is not a matter of lack of capital. It's that they should either be in an asylum or they're doing hard drugs and they don't want to stop. We have homelessness.
Asylums that Ronald Reagan defunded? The asylums that Ronald Reagan...
Yes,
he did.
They've been watching the show because we were talking about that years ago.
If we want to talk about bringing back asylums, I'm all for that.
Now to our other top story.
All right. What was you about to say?
I never heard that part.
Which part?
Him say they could bring back asylums. I never heard him say that before.
Yeah, they need to, but it needs to be run better, though. I mean, the way it was run initially, it was, terrible. People were being tortured, but yeah, bring them back. People need help.
They need somewhere to be. I mean, then people are gonna look after them, not like it was. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
leaving them on the street is not a better option,
right? Or stuffing them in their own apartment and. All right, make sure you take your meds. Make sure you feed yourself.
Don't people end up on the street?
Yes, they do. Yep.
They're not really capable of
maintaining everything.
Yeah, there's a portion of the community that's that.
Yeah.
They don't deal all the way in this dimension.
Correct.
Like, and nobody can see the dimension that they see, so they trying to make them conform to this dimension, and it's difficult. Very difficult.
Yeah, they're seeing stuff. Yeah, from this dimension and either the lower one or the higher one, or both. The next one's adjacent to us. All right, here we go. Peppermint Patsy. Oh, you can't see this. Peppermint Patsy, everybody. Come on, Karen.
Our other top story, who is he and what could be a possible motive? Right now, federal investigators say they are talking to this man, Tyler Robinson, about why he might want to kill Charlie Kirk. Good evening once again, everyone. I'm Colleen Williams.
And I'm Michael Brownlee. The 22-year-old was turned in by a family member after he apparently admitted to carrying out this attack. NBC4's Conan Nolan live on a newsroom. Conan, are there any hints of a motive yet?
A little bit, based on casings that they found with the murder weapon. Now, the suspect in this murder has been booked in the Utah County Jail on multiple counts, including murder. He was, as you pointed out, turned in by family members through a church counselor. Police believe he acted alone.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We got him.
The
skinhead
announcement made by Utah Governor Spencer Cox confirming the arrest of 22-year-old Tyler Robinson of St. George, Utah. He's believed to be the man behind the assassination of conservative political activist and influencer Charlie Kirk during a speaking engagement at Utah Valley University on Wednesday. Investigators say the suspect's family recognized Robinson in video and pictures from the crime scene and then confronted him. The murder suspect
Yeah, you look at that. That really don't look like this dude, Self.
No,
it don't.
It could very well be a mask too, as well.
It could be, because you remember the parents, that lady snitched on her son for robbing a bank, and somebody had him. Yeah. That's a great point.
Reportedly confessing or at least intimating that he indeed carried out the attack.
Robinson had become more political.
That is just too, easy. It's too
open and shut.
Yeah, like, just it's similar to like the people that do the crazy stuff and they had a manifesto that they killed them and they got the manifesto already written and already sent out. This, is too neat. It's too perfect in the symmetry of the box. It's not natural. It's not
like that Vegas shooting. That dude had so many rounds. Why would he bring all that shit up there? So to me, he was an arms dealer. He was a patsy.
Yeah. Completely.
The story, when you start thinking logically, like, this shit makes no sense.
Man, to break them windows, it's ridiculous what you got to do to break them windows. And in that instance, you know what I mean? But this is
Self, he brought like so many weapons and rounds. There's no way he thought he was gonna get all that off. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what I'm saying is, he had more weapons than people at the fucking thing. He had more rounds than you know what I mean? Why would you bring all of that?
Yeah, I mean, and if they're inferring what they've been inferring, that this boy walked to the shooting with the gun intact
in his leg,
in his pants leg, and then shot, and then took time to break the gun down to put it in the backpack that it could never fit in. And you pointed that out so clearly. And then climb down while they got him on camera and all of that. And then go and in the woods and put it back together
and reassemble it.
Yeah, and leave it in the it wrapped up in a towel. What?
And they had a army dude. He went on the internet and got the same gun. And he said he couldn't do. He said he did it, and he said, like, this would be done under pressure. You know what I mean? And he said, ain't no way that kid did that. He said he don't care what nobody's saying. Ain't no way. He said it takes 20 to 30 minutes. Ain't no way that would be part of your plan.
Right. Or accomplished when in the timing when he after the shot they saw him climb down.
Right. And you're going to put it back together and you already had it in your bag? Why wouldn't you keep it in your bag and keep walking with it?
It wasn't enough time to take it apart.
I know, but their story is it must have been in the bag. So why wouldn't he keep it in the bag and keep walking with it? Once he did all that and got it in the bag, if anything, you're going to leave the whole bag there.
Asinine.
Yeah, it don't make sense.
In recent years, the family member referenced a recent incident in which Robinson came to dinner prior to September 10th. Robinson mentioned Charlie Kirk was coming to UVU. They talked about why they didn't like him and the viewpoints that he had. The family member also stated Kirk was full of hate and spreading hate.
Investigators say a friend of the suspects showed them a message chain on a social media app that he had with Robinson,
stating a need to retrieve a rifle from a drop point.
We know that he attended one semester of college and that his parents live in a middle-class neighborhood in a 6-bedroom house.
And this could be entrapment. These so-called friends on the internet self, they could be catfish. They could be spooks in the first place.
Man, facts. And said they live in a middle class 6-bedroom house.
Yeah, you look at there it is. A nice area. That's upper middle class.
I mean
that's upper middle class.
I'm about to ask you about a middle class 6-bedroom house.
Yeah, the whole community though. Yeah, when they showed that community, it was immaculate.
Sad. Of course it is. And they try to low play it.
And they were all MAGA.
That's okay.
And they were all MAGA.
Republican area of Utah, but we don't know about his state of mind. We don't know whether he had any interactions with the mental health system. He doesn't appear to have had much of a criminal record.
They know all this other shit, but they don't know his mental records.
Man, they just ain't said yet because it's all laid out. They just ain't gave it to the media yet. That shit's been all laid out.
Like when the cops be getting together in their little huddle and getting the story together.
Yeah, next week it's gonna be a whole different ball game. Gonna know what his DNA is.
Yeah.
His mother
when we plan it on the scene,
his father.
We get his DNA
messed around on his father, and all of that. They gonna know everything about this dude. It's already been laid out. It's just a marketing plan, basically.
What that cop say? Now that we got his DNA, we can plan it on the scene.
Man,
now that we got his DNA, we can plan it on the scene. We can plan it on the scene.
Schleierman is a neighbor.
Kid was smart, quiet. He never caused any problems.
In capitals, courthouses, and city halls across the nation, deep concern over the loss of life and the political civility that is essential to American democracy.
We just have to change the rhetorical nature of our debate.
We must stand together in a moment and collectively say no more.
We will never be able to solve all the other problems, including the violence.
The FBI director to his right, I'm confident he's a cokehead, in my opinion.
Oh man, well he from the information I've gathered, very close friend with Charlie Kirk.
Oh. What's that got to do with him being on cocaine?
Nothing.
Allegedly.
Nothing. But
he's got that coke look.
Right. He's probably on a super bender because that's one of his best friends or whatever they said.
Yeah, maybe he was because he's got that. Yeah, doesn't that look at his face? He's got that I've been on a bender face, doesn't it?
It's grape. He's got grape all over his face.
yeah, super bender.
Problems that people are worried about if we can't have a clash of ideas safely and securely, even especially those ideas with which you disagree.
Well, that's what a clash of ideas would be, jackass.
Man, he's
just talking.
Salad, salad. It could jump on and pile on an attempt to pull you right in their direction.
Police say along with the gun they found on Wednesday wrapped
He's been looking in the wrong camera the whole damn time. Nobody's told him.
In a towel, there were casings with engravings on them. One read...
He's reading wholeheartedly. I guess it might be on every camera, but It's not always.
Well, nobody's this obvious when they're reading but him.
Yeah, the
Hey,
fucking director's
fascists,
supposed to,
catch.
goddammit.
Another Bella Ciao, an anti-fascist
That's
anthem
not a
that is now
director.
popular with video gamers. I'm Conan Nolan, NBC4 News.
Conan, thank you for that. Our coverage of Charlie Kirk continues at 5:30 with insights from a criminologist.
Bella Ciao. That's what they say on this video game they play. So, what else? What do we know about Tyler Robinson, man? I'm going to do a little research here, but what were they saying about this kid? I know they said he got like a perfect on the ACT. It was close to it.
Yeah, he's very smart and
Full ride to college. Only went one semester and then ended up at a ancillary school. See, some ain't adding up.
Oh, it's Manchurian Candidate type. That's what that is. His family's military, right? That's why they had the rifle.
Yeah, I think
That's why they had the rifle.
Yeah, his dad. That's a World War I rifle.
Yeah, his grandfather's rifle.
Yes, World War I, bro.
Man, I'm telling you, bro. They these people that get in the military.
Yeah,
they children. They be putting them through them programs, bro.
Oh yeah, it's kind of like somebody who pledged and they be putting their kids through it. Yeah,
I'm saying, man, they break them and split their personalities and all kinds of things.
Yeah,
Manchurian candidates get turned on with a word or a frequency or whatever, and they're gonna be where they at. They don't necessarily do the murder and all that, but they're gonna be exactly where they need them to be, so they get caught for it, blamed for it.
Yeah. The day after the shooting, his parents convinced him to come to their residence. Robinson, son of a social worker and a business owner, was raised in Washington, Utah, alongside his two younger brothers. Robinson's families, I'm reading for Wikipedia, are members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Robinson's grandmother said most of the family are Republicans and added she did not know a single Democrat. Wow. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
How's that possible?
Easy. They got money. That's how.
Don't know a single Democrat? You can grow up in Chicago and you're going to know some conservatives.
They saying in the family, I'm assuming. That's where I took it. They don't know a single Democrat in their family.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. You're right. Okay.
That's the way I took it. Because
okay, you're right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for clarifying that. I'm like, damn. Childhood photos show Robinson's family on trips to shoot guns and see weapons displays, to your point. At the time of his arrest, he was living in St. George, 240 miles southwest of the college. He was in his third year of an electrical apprenticeship program at Dixie Technical College. So maybe, I don't know. I mean, he had a full ride and he left that college and went there. So maybe he just wanted some more hands-on work and experience.
I don't know, man. College ain't for everybody.
Correct.
High school is a different animal, especially when you're isolated and you do very well, and then they send you off and you don't have the same environment or the same support, and it's just not the same. So,
but they never said he flunked out or anything like that. They just said he left after one semester.
Right. Because I ain't saying that he flunked out or any of that. I don't know, but he didn't have the same support. He didn't feel the same way. Yeah.
And investigators interviewed Robinson's roommate, who was not considered a suspect and was described as being aghast and shocked by the shooting and denied having any knowledge. Governor Cox said the roommate had been very cooperative and had turned over private messages incriminating Robinson, which discussed the need to retrieve a rifle from a drop point, leaving the rifle in the bush, messages related to visually watching the area where a rifle was left, and a message referring to having left the rifle wrapped in a towel. The messages also referenced scoped and engraved bullets. After the shooting, someone in a private Discord chat, of which Robinson was a member, said Robinson looked like the man in the suspect images released by the feds. Robinson reportedly joked that he had a doppelganger who was trying to frame him, that the group should give him a cut of the FBI reward money for turning him in, that he would avoid going to McDonald's, a reference to Luigi Mangione, who was arrested at McDonald's, and that he would get rid of his manifesto and rifle. Another recorded message posted later that day: "Hey guys, I have bad news for you all. It was me at UVU yesterday. I'm sorry for all this. I'm surrendering through a sheriff friend in a few moments. Thanks for all the good times and laughs. You've all been so amazing. Thank you for everything." A friend in the Discord group wrote the next morning that the confession appeared to be true, while also calling for prayers for both Robinson's repentance and the Kirk family. Discord later suspended Robinson's account. On September 15th, the FBI announced that Robinson's DNA, there you go, Seth, they already got the DNA, his DNA match that found on a towel wrapping a suspected rifle and a screwdriver found on a roof from where the shot was found.
Of course.
It's DNA.
So
it wasn't on a rifle. It was on the screwdriver. He was smart enough to have gloves on. You know, yeah, they're going to check the rifle for DNA, but they're not going to check this other shit.
Man, please. He said, "Oh, it's Grandpa's rifle." Why the fuck did you take Grandpa's rifle?
Right.
So none of it makes any sense.
None of it makes sense. Why wouldn't you take a rifle that you could easily take apart and put in a bag if that was the case? None of it makes sense.
Much more modern.
Yeah.
And why are you, engraving gun casings, bullet casings, pardon me.
They're claiming that all of a sudden he had very different political views than those of his family. I'm starting to question that. He started to lean more to the left, becoming more pro-gay and trans rights oriented.
Yeah, it could have been Manchurian. They could have turned that on in the last year or whatever.
They said he could have become radicalized after dropping out of Utah State University, may have been influenced by aspects of internet culture. Cox said that one of Robinson's relatives told investigators, family dinner, whatever. Gray stated that the suspect had become increasingly concerned about gay and trans rights and that he had grown apart from his family's conservative views, citing Robinson's relationship with his transgender roommate as a factor. Gray further outlined details of text messages that prosecution believes Robinson sent to his roommate, which stated that he had been planning the shooting over a week. When the roommate asked why he had done it, Robinson answered, "I had enough of his hatred. Some hate can't be negotiated out." According to ABC News, the charging documents did not indicate the relevance of those stances or whether Kirk's remarks about those issues were a motivating factor. Gray said he would let a judge determine whether the statements allegedly made constituted a confession.
Yeah, the roommate's honeypot.
You can't have a furry trans honeypot, can you?
It's the furry pot, then.
I guess so.
Yeah, I mean, this is all too easily.
I agree.
It's all too neat. It's all put up. He's cooperating and telling everybody, "Oh, that everything to do with it." But I'm saying all this.
Right, he ain't get a lawyer. He just
he ain't talk to the motherfucker. It ain't. This is text messages. It could be hacked, and
yes, it could
all
be
of
hacked.
this could be
sent
from anybody.
Yes,
so, yeah, the furry pot.
The furry pot.
Got the honey pot and the furry pot.
What's weird is they don't have anything about his life prior to all of this.
They haven't identified the person, did they? Have they? Oh, they did.
Tyler Robinson, yeah.
How would they? Yeah, you talking about, no, not Robinson. His
no, his furry.
Yeah, the furry.
Yeah, no. Yeah, this is strange, but they don't say much about his early life.
They're going to in the next couple of weeks, man. It's like a marketing plan. They're rolling it out on schedule. It's going to be scheduled
it out.
Yeah, it's going to be scheduled out. Because they know way too much information already, and it's they have to scale back. You know what I mean? because that's what usually happens with these things, and it's too much information.
Well, they were saying on the internet the terminology that the kid was using, because you got kids, they use words different than we do, and they said that whoever was on the Discord and making those text messages had to be a 40 or 50-year-old man. It wasn't the way that his generation communicates.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They wasn't using any of those shorthand, none of that. It was just like
it was hack.
Yeah.
It was spelled all the way out and all of that. So it was, I mean, it's too neat.
Yeah.
It wasn't no wrongly spelled.
Correct.
Grammatically incorrect.
Correct. It'd be like me hacking King Von's phone when he was alive, and me trying to be Von, and any block or in that area.
Not even trying to be Von. It's putting in the script.
You're right. Me trying to say this is Von typing.
Yeah, right.
Anybody who knows him is going to be like, man, Von didn't talk like that. He didn't,
Yeah.
He couldn't even spell that word necessarily. You know what I mean?
Right. That's what I'm saying. No grammatical errors. No, nothing wrong. All too neat, bro. It was like, huh?
Even the colloquial, yes, I did it, and he was full of hatred. They were like, that generation don't really talk like that.
And all of the distractions that went on and all that. Old guy pulling his pants down, talking about he did it.
Yeah. And you know what they said, he was at
everything. He was at everything. He was at when they crucified
Christ.
Jesus, not the Christ, because it's some nonsense. They crucified Jesus.
But then they said, all right after he did that, they arrested him for child porn. So the day after.
He said that he had it on his phone.
So he right. So
when that was part of the distraction.
Correct. So you can't even talk to this guy. The media, nobody can interview this guy because he's gone. He's in jail now. Yeah, that's strange, bro. I did it. Who watches somebody's neck get blown off? How crazy must you be to be like, yeah, I did it?
He was at everything. Boston bombing.
Yes.
Man, there was so many things. It was like ridiculous.
Well, ChatGTP, I think somebody asked the internet about it. It's like a 1 in a trillion chance that a person could be at all these things randomly.
Yeah, there wasn't nothing random about it.
He's definitely a spook, in my opinion. All right, we got one more, and then
completely.
All right, hold on. I think we got. Let's see.
Let me ask you: in the conflict of Israel versus Hamas, who's the good guy?
I believe both Hamas and the Israeli government are evil, but I think also that there is no justification.
Are they equally?
There is no justification for the murder and mutilation of thousands of innocent people and children in a futile.
Let's zero in on it.
There is no justification, Mr. Kirk, for invading hospitals, for bombing innocent populations.
Why does he keep jumping around like a furry? I think this guy is on that Adderall, whatever they be taking.
And
the ginger.
Dragging out a war which is damaging Israel and the West's security.
You've made that point, but
it's not a point; it's a moral truth, isn't it?
Yeah. It was also a moral truth that the war started because 1,300 Jews were killed and 200 were taken hostage. And when you declare war on Israel, expect a firestorm in reaction. Let me finish.
That's when that demon be coming out. So look at him. Charlie ain't even in control right now.
I let you talk. Israel, at its holiest day of the calendar year besides Yom Kippur and Rosh Hashanah, Samat Torah, the 50-year anniversary of the Six-Day War. On Shabbat, Hamas invaded Israel, deciding to go recklessly to music concerts.
It's like he's got Secret Service security, and he's at fucking Oxford. You see these security guys back here, so? I mean...
Yeah, Oxford, that's England. M1 or M5 or whatever it is.
MI6.
Yeah.
But he's got his own private security. It's just, I know he was getting threats, but it's just interesting that he knew, or somebody knew, that he needed that kind of security for the hate he was spewing.
Yeah, or they would say from their point of view, the truth he was spitting. Yeah. And he was all about the truthsayers getting killed. And he just made up shit. He made up shit. I mean, literally. Like when he talked about our people are, he used not the majority. He used what stood out as gospel. Like, and it ain't gospel. We as a people are, complicated. A lot of us gonna figure out a way out of nothing, make something happen.
Yeah, and that's what his people did too. If he goes into his history, when you're at the bottom, that's what you do.
Man.
To homes, to kibbutzes, and taking 200 plus hostages. They knew what they were doing. In one of the most cloistered urban environments on the planet, 2 million people live in a place where it's impossible to wage war. Impossible. Where they wear civilian clothing, they violate every tenet of the Geneva Convention, and the IDF, when they do something right, they get no credit. When they do life-saving surgeries of a Gazan child, they get no credit. When they drop leaflets, they get no credit. But when they happen to bomb a place where they are operating their military from, which we now know from third-party verified sources, hundreds of Hamas military operations are in mosques, schools, and hospitals.
That's what you're saying. We know from third parties, verified sources that mosques. So we're bombing mosques, schools, and hospitals, and we know we're justified to do this.
Yes. Shit, when you hear the main dude talk, he likes, we're God's people, we're the chosen people, so we don't care what you say or what you do. We don't listen to none of y'all.
Yeah, but that's a lie.
Including the allies. Of course, it's a complete lie.
You're talking about the prime minister.
Yeah,
the
devil.
The country where they were living in relative peace on October 6th, that all of a sudden we had a war and Hamas started the war. And I don't see people that were...
Yeah, that's a lie.
Yes, that's a lie.
It's a false flag.
Yes.
Really upset about the 2 million Germans that were killed in World War II, civilians. A tragic truth of war is that civilians die. I don't like it and you don't like it. And they brought it up.
He said people aren't upset about the 2 million Jews that were killed in
Germans. No, he's talking about the Germans that was killed. Talking about the Jews. He went to the other side of it. The German civilians.
Were Jews.
You don't like it. And they brought it upon themselves. The only operation and entity to blame is the leadership of Hamas, not the Israeli government, for fighting this defensive war after they were invaded. There is a good guy and there is a bad guy. I honestly...
Isn't that the morality of a child?
Well,
yes,
hold on.
Period.
It's interesting you say that, because a child who knows that Israel is the good guy, Hamas is bad, has a lot more wisdom than a student like yourself at Cambridge University.
Could you state your name?
All right, you got anything to say about that discourse?
Arrogance at its highest. He's not Jewish, but he's a Zionist.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ain't no way around what he just said. Now he just put that down. That's Zionism.
Man, that kid, he was definitely on that Adderall though. Him was talking and jumping around, the little redhead dude. They should have checked his piss as soon as he left. Like, kid, listen, man, we know you're smart. You know what I mean? But you're going down.
See, all them motherfuckers on this shit, bro. They, that's something they use to
get through school,
get more hours out the day.
Yep, all of them, Self. You ain't lying about that. All of them. Let me see. You ain't lying about that, bro. Because I be talking to them. They all use that shit. It's sad too. All right, Karen.
Yes, y'all. Don't stop. Self Love Show rocks on. I think we pushed through last week. But
it's the Self Luv Show. The Self Luv Show.
it's time to do what we do.
For our people. The Self Luv Show.
Got some advanced videos, you know, TATN is superb at putting together content to expand your consciousness. So look into it. Look deeper. Leave you to that, some valuable information for your edutainment.
Moses fleeing the people from Pharaoh.
Right, let my people go.
40 years in a desert.
Manna.
Let's talk about what manna truly is. And
Shaganoski's in the Middle East right now saying manna is Peter.
can we put some sensibility to that? Being in the desert, and our Father, the Creator, loves us beyond. He's gonna rain down bread in a desert. Moses summoned the strongest men for them to dig, and that's where the whole term of so it is above, so it is what?
Below.
That means that Moses had the science for them to dig and find water.
Yeah, like the elephants can do.
So what do you find, even in the desert, when you dig down and find water? Do you find bread or do you find plants?
You sounding like this shit is the wheel or something, like it's gonna change the world. Look, man, I don't know about all that change the world shit, but what I do know is that they be going crazy over this, man. I'm telling you. And the bitches, oh Lord, the bitches, yo, they do anything for this.
That even the local news is ultimately both written for and controlled by a unified source, regardless of the network. Just watch this clip and you'll see how bad it really is.
Plaguing our country.
The sharing of biased and false news has become all too common on social media.
The sharing of biased and false
news has become all too common on social media.
More alarming, some media outlets publish stories they simply aren't true without checking facts first.
Unfortunately, some members of the media use their platforms to push their own personal bias and agenda to control exactly what people think. And this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
Thomas Sowell and Justice Clarence Thomas are far better black role models to celebrate than Martin Luther King. Period. End of story.
Holy day, Martin Luther King Jr. Day. And we said some things today, and we challenged some of the primary doctrine that is running modernity. If you disagree with our take on MLK, just listen to this episode. Give it a fair hearing. Just say, hey, maybe I don't agree with Charlie. Maybe I think he's the best person to live in the 20th century and that he's worthy of worship, which is effectively what this society demands. Then fine, just listen to the episode and maybe you'll learn something.
We talk about the positives. And then we also get into some of the other implications of this. We're a truth-seeking show. But I can say declaratively, this guy is not worthy of a national holiday. He is not worthy of godlike status. In fact, I think it's really harmful.
The response was disappointing because some people, instead of dealing with the substance and or my very public track record of hating bigotry and racism and also associating with people of all sorts of different backgrounds, they started to call me racist.
Not counting gang violence.
No more talk.
Air quotes experts.
When I was 11, particular time I was going to the store, one of my siblings' birthday. I came out my building and I looked to my left. I saw this little boy giving a command to a black pit bull. And I seen an old lady, and they were like kind of creeping behind her. I'm looking like, what is that boy doing? Gives the command, get him. Grab the pocketbook from the old lady, the dog, and they take off jogging. And they pass by my building. I'm standing there watching the whole thing, and because of no entertainment, like real entertainment, I was like, what? Like, wow, it was. The fact that he connected with the dog and was able to, the dog knew exactly what he was telling him to do, was so intriguing and like amazing to me. But so I'm looking like, wow, who are you? Like, and he looking at me with this smirk like, you better not say nothing.
was some of my research, at USC. I did a survey. The question was, do you think that Jesus Christ was of African descent or European descent? Overwhelmingly, over 90-something% of the folks said African descent. I said, then do you think his ethnicity matters? They said, no, it doesn't matter. And I'm saying, it matters obviously to somebody.
It does.
Absolutely. And it matters to white supremacy. But whenever there's a book called The Color of Christ, the saga of race, I think in America, they track when, most people say, well, this is something out of Europe and, who was that? Michelangelo painted,
Yeah.
No, that ain't got nothing to do with why Jesus is white. Jesus is white because of America. Jesus is white because of white supremacy in the Klan. That's why Jesus is white. That's where that comes from. It didn't stick in Europe because they knew better.
Man, thank you guys for inviting me on. Thank you. Great format, very solid. It don't have that low budget movie feel. You know what I'm saying? And we get that a lot in the Black community, for real.
Yeah.
Like people look at us to be fuck ups. They look at us to be low budget. They look at us to be ignorant, stuttering, and use a whole bunch of and all of that. But no, they got the real deal on here. That everybody know who Torian Mills is, baby. They know.
Hey, well, bro.
They're so ignorant.
Hey, but this platform's your platform. This platform's my platform. From Inglewood, California to
the
Chicago,
South Shore.
Crazy thing about it.
This platform is
made for you and me.
It's made for you.
The crazy and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. I was trying to get out the end of the preamble, but go ahead, bro.
Yes, y'all. It don't stop.
Show, the Self Love Show. Smith 9 Mills, the Self Love Show. The Self Love Show. You know how the story go. It's the Self Love Show.
Yes, y'all. Y'all already know. About to expand the conversation. That's how we do. Get your 10 hats. Come on, let's rap.
It's the Self Love Show. The Self Love Show. The Self Love Show. We do it for our people. The Self Love Show. The Self Love Show. It's the Self Love Show.
To expose their no equal.
The Self Love Show. The Self Love Show. The Self Love Show.
Tory Wordsmith 9
The
Mills.
Self Love Show. The Self Love Show.
You know how the story goes. Self Love Show.
That's it. Self Love Show. All right. Why did I do it? We're gonna get into the conspiracies now, and then we'll give you guys our angle on it.
Could you state your name?
Tyler James Robinson.
Tyler Robinson, accused of gunning down Charlie Kirk, appearing in a Utah courtroom via video link for the first time since his arrest, nodding his head slightly as prosecutors said they would seek the death penalty. The 22-year-old charged with a slew of offenses, including
Obstruction of justice, witness tampering, obstruction of justice. Didn't he turn himself in? What did he do?
Well, he told his roommate to not do any interviews and don't talk to the
Okay, that's
police.
witness tampering. What is obstruction of justice?
That's also obstruction of justice.
You can get charged twice, two different things.
Man, yeah, for a bunch of so
For the same
many.
thing?
Yes, it's so many. He did it more than once in those text messages. Those text messages are locked down. So each time he did it,
allegedly did it.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Completely alleged because it's too neat. So every time it was done was another charge. I don't know if he did it.
Commission of a violent offense in the presence of a child. Well, I'm 400 yards away when I took the shot, allegedly. I didn't know there were kids there. There were kids there?
200 yards with a scope, so they say.
aggravated murder, witness tampering, and commission of a violent offense in the presence of a child. the conservative influencer killed by a single gunshot while speaking at Utah Valley University last week. Prior to the hearing, Utah County Attorney Jeff Gray outlining the case against Robinson.
After shooting Mr. Kirk, Robinson hid the gun, discarded the clothing he wore when he fired the rifle, and told his roommate to delete incriminating text messages.
They said he might already get his case thrown out because Trump called him guilty. This asshole right here is not saying allegedly and nothing.
And not talk to police.
Gray adding Robinson
You can't get a fair jury trial.
Yeah, I mean they're all, well, not this guy in particular is talking about he's not saying allegedly because he's saying these are the text messages. So it's shady and shaky, to your point.
It's still allegedly.
I mean, but right, because it's allegedly those are his text messages, but he's speaking directly to the text messages, so that's why he's not saying allegedly.
He's got to say allegedly.
To police.
Gray adding Robinson disliked Kirk and texted his
messages and not roommate to delete and told his roommate fired the rifle. He wore, discarded the clothing. Robinson hid the gun after shooting Mr. Kirk.
Case against Robinson.
He's turning this case
Attorney
against
Jeff Gray outlining.
He's outlining the case against this guy. He's not talking about text messages. He's outlining the case. But maybe he said allegedly. Maybe he said at the beginning all of these are allegations. Maybe he said that. But I haven't heard them when I've been watching this, and they've been doing it all the time.
Case against Robinson.
After shooting Mr. Kirk, Robinson hid the gun, discarded the clothing he wore when he fired the rifle.
I mean, the way he's talking, why do we have to even go to court? Let's just hang him.
Yeah, that's how they speak on all the cases. And it's BS.
Told his roommate to delete incriminating text messages and not talk to police.
Gray adding Robinson disliked Kirk and texted his roommate saying, I had enough of his hatred, and had a note in his.
Okay. I thought they caught the person. No, they grabbed some crazy old dude. Then, look at all these full words. Then interrogated someone in similar clothing. I had planned. This kid wouldn't be using, I don't think he would be putting that hat in there. I planned to grab my rifle from my drop point shortly after, but most of that side of town got locked down. It's quiet, almost enough to get out, but there's one vehicle lingering.
It's a script, bro.
Yeah. One vehicle lingering. Some hate can't be negotiated. Huh?
It's a script. It's a script, bro. That's a script. Look how it's set up. That look just like a fucking script.
Yeah. If I am able to grab my rifle unseen, I mean, obviously, if you're talking to your friends, man, if I'm able to grab a rifle, why would you have to say unseen? Everybody knows what you're talking about. I will have left no evidence. This is just too perfect.
So I said, bro, that motherfucker is like everything exactly where it needs to be and everything.
He would be smart enough not to send this text to his friends.
Man, yeah.
Going to attempt to retrieve it again. Hopefully they have moved on. I haven't seen anything about them finding it. Roommate, how long have you been planning this? So the roommate didn't call the cops and the roommate's not getting charges?
The family turned him in. And
the roommate didn't call the cops when he got these text messages.
I think they're saying that the roommate contacted the family and the family turned him in.
Man, if this was Pookie and Ray, Pookie would be getting charges too.
The Pookie is, I already told you, furry pot. So Pookie's not getting no, furry pot not getting no charges. He's furry pot.
A bit over a week, I believe. How long have you been planning this? A bit over a week, I believe. Is this kid retarded?
Man, whoever put this script together is retarded. I mean, if people believe this script is like,
I can get close
it's
to
like
it,
a
but
bad script. You know what I
but
mean?
there's a squad car parked right, not a cop or whatever. There's a squad car parked right by it. I think they already swept that spot, but I don't want to chance it. Right, this is just perfect. I mean, the feds had to trickle in their pants when they got all this evidence, huh?
Yeah, I don't know how they believe it, but okay.
In his home saying, I had the opportunity to take out Charlie Kirk and I'm going to take it. It comes as we learn the suspect's mother told authorities she recognized her son from the surveillance images, and then she went to her husband. Prosecutors say the parents convinced him to turn himself in and then drove him to the sheriff's station themselves. Robinson's mother also describing a change in her son.
Over the last year or so, Robinson had become more political and had started to lean more to the left, becoming more pro-gay and trans rights oriented. She stated that Robinson began to date his roommate, a biological male who was transitioning genders. This resulted in several discussions with family members, but especially between Robinson and his father, who have very different political views.
That roommate who shared those text messages with police is cooperating right now. Investigators are interviewing friends and family members of the suspect to better understand how and why it unfolded. Alex Stone, ABC.
I don't know, man. I don't know about any of this, bro.
Yeah, I don't feel that he had very much to do with that.
He's a patsy. So he's up there for a reason.
Yeah.
If that was him up there, I mean, but he would just be saying that wasn't me. But I think, yeah, I think he's like, go leave the gun up here. Hey, can you get the gun? Can you do this? Your job is to do this.
I think he's Manchurian candidate. He fulfilled the orders. He don't even. He was living a whole different thing before a year ago when they turned that motherfucker on, and they've been propping him and propping him. Yeah, it is.
He could be. He could be. But the patsy is usually somebody who's there to assist to, they're just supposed to be secondary. They're just supposed to be, you're going to drive the getaway car. And the next thing you know, you're the lone gunman.
Shit, they put you up where they put you in place.
Mm-hmm.
But the later ones, they all got the same look in the eye. They look crazy, and then they ain't answering questions properly. Like he in that court thing, that court video, or whatever. He didn't look all the way there. That's
I know, but they always take down their social media because I'd like to be able to compare that to how he's looking on a normal day, a normal post.
Yeah, but they all of them. They like Manchurian candidates. They fuckers are not all the way there. That's why they look like that at the times when they catch them after they do some shit. And they ain't always looking like that. They got turned on to be like that.
That's a theory.
It is.
I'm not an unapologetic defender of the government of Israel. Anytime Israel does something I don't like, I say something about it, and I get attacked from every side.
I wish my plea to Israel is be precise, be focused in your retaliation.
I have less ability sometimes online to criticize the Israeli government without backlash than actual Israelis do. Well, you and I believe that we're Americans and Americans first, period. End of story. We are citizens of this nation, okay? And Israel, we have funded, we have supported. My whole life I've been told that Iran is getting a bomb. Iran is getting a bomb.
Nuclear weapons. Nuclear weapons. Nuclear weapons.
Iran is getting a bomb. Iran is getting a nuclear bomb.
It's only a few months, possibly a few weeks.
And yet here in 2025, they do not have a nuclear bomb.
Iran could produce a nuclear weapon in a very short time.
Wait a second, hold on. First it was that Israel is going to take out the nuclear weapon. And then it was, well, America is going to help Israel take out the nuclear weapon. They've shifted gears from Iran should not have a nuclear weapon to Iran should not have an Ayatollah.
Okay, everybody, after a...
So that's him turning on Israel, changing his tune a little bit. This is kind of what Candace Parker was talking about because she was allegedly a good friend of his. She's been calling him her best friend.
Yeah, it's convenient.
But for clicks.
Yeah. Try to get back on her social media game because she got fired from different adventures for saying a lot of the same as such.
Talking about Israel?
Yes.
Right. Right.
But
yeah.
they didn't give her a projectile sandwich.
Yeah, but she don't be going out there. But she even said, I was watching one of her videos, that they kept chanting, "Are you coming to the memorial? Are you?" She's not coming to the memorial. She's like, she felt like they was trying to get her to come out to that memorial so they can give her a projectile sandwich.
Well, if they were, they would invite her to speak. They did not.
They did, though, according to her. They're lying about they didn't. That's what I'm saying. According to her, they did. She said she's got receipts. But she's saying that she don't trust it, and that's why she wasn't going. To your point, but she don't be out there sitting in the public like a sitting duck. You know what I mean? Yapping. She be in the confines of the studio of her home or wherever she be. This guy, he's out there. He's a sitting duck.
Okay, everybody, after a major event this last weekend where we talked about Epstein, I want to just kind of give you a little bit of an update because we've been
See how he's touching his neck right where he got shot.
Covering other stories as well.
Look at that.
Breaking day, President Donald Trump said, any credible information, let them have it. So here's a good place to start. There's an Office of Personnel report at the Department of Justice of a report where they interviewed Alexander Acosta, who was the U.S.
Where is he getting all this information?
He's a spook.
Attorney back in 2007 that prosecuted Jeffrey Epstein on a very, let's just say, suspicious case. He was not treated harshly. The original search warrant was selectively composed to try to protect Epstein. So the whole point of this Office of Personnel report goes to the underlying transcripts, and we can get access to that right now.
Okay.
Well, not we, but the Attorney General of the United States can get access to that. President Donald Trump has greenlit this. He said
there was a little Freudian slip there, wasn't it?
I mean, he really thought that this was all him. He really did.
Got too big for his britches out there?
He was propped up.
any credible information, Pam Bondi, you can release it. And so I know Pam. I think Pam should do this. I think
thought he was bigger than the bullet sandwich out there.
Yeah, thought no way he was getting that.
Pam should walk down the hall to the Office of Personnel Report, OPR, and get this report. In it is a ton of information. Secondly, I think the Department of Justice should move to unseal the grand jury testimony in the Ghislaine Maxwell case. Number three, I think that Ghislaine Maxwell should be given green light. Go talk. Let people ask questions. Figure out what the heck is going on. Was Jeffrey Epstein an intelligence asset? Now, the Israeli government has come out and said, nope, he was not one of ours, under no means necessary. And so, was he Saudi? Was he MI6? Was he CIA? We do not know. And our audience is really fired up about the story. We've been covering it.
We've been calling Epstein a spook since day one. Diddy too.
Yeah, we already know that they are. Yeah.
Extensively. Yesterday, we were covering a lot of other stories as well, but today we had Mike Pence on. We had a couple reporters on. This is some breaking news. President Trump today had said, any credible information, let them have it. A good place to start is unsealing the Department of Justice grand jury testimony, the Office of Personnel report. In there, we're going to find out all the information of the intel aspects of this. So we're very much on this. Keep the pressure on. And I really want to get to the bottom of this because transparency is critical. Transparency is key. Thank you.
See, if you can
watch as Eric Cartman.
If you got 50 million followers and you're talking about Epstein, and the 13 families, whatever the case might be, want that story dead, then it's possible that they will put you to sleep. in a public fashion too, to also quiet everyone else.
Right in the neck.
Right in the neck. And they didn't shoot him in the head because they wanted him to have an open casket. Did he have an open casket or a closed casket? I don't know.
I have no idea because
that's a good question.
was not. I didn't,
The memorial was like a
desire.
WWF. Did you, bro? They had
Didn't
pyrotechnics.
look at it or care or any of that.
They had fireworks, bro. Like it was weird.
No, it was all a ritual and the elevation of the honeypot. Like it was all a ritual. That was the coming out and the expansion and the extension of her taking over the company that he was propped up in.
So he was sacrificed.
Yes.
And they want the younger people that he had following him to now follow her.
Exactly.
So she's going to be the first female president of the United States?
I don't know that. It's very possible.
I know one thing.
They plan that out far out. Like they be doing stuff as a child and dealing with all these situations, and next thing you know, so it's been decided. I can't foresee that. I don't foresee that.
Before
I'm not putting it past anything.
Got you. Before I knew Trump, and she was part of his pageants, I was watching him hug all on her, kiss her all on the cheek. I'm like, this dude. You know what I mean? And now you remember he said, he can grab them by the pee, and they like it. You can do anything. So was she one of the girls potentially that had been groomed by their society, and has he been grabbing her by the pee? And is there something going on there? Because he was very touchy and kissy, even at the memorial, bro. I'm like, man, this dude don't.
I don't know. I didn't watch the memorial at all in any way, shape, or form. Not even seeing highlights or such.
Yeah, there's so many pictures of her like up in his arms, like
Trump
he was her daddy.
Trump has been a wealthy man most of his life, all of it really. But really when he got his different situations.
Okay.
Where he makes stuff happen and then bankrupt the shit and don't take care of everybody. Yeah. So he has expectation as to do things that we wouldn't even consider, and it's a dark way to look at people and how to use them. So
yeah, they asked him about how he felt about his friend Charlie Kirk. Yeah, it's terrible. It's awful. He's like, yeah, we're getting the house remodeled. You know what I mean? This dude is a trip. Yeah, we're installing the ballroom in the White House. He's not normal.
No, but there's
they've been
a lot
groomed
of
to
people
be
like
Illuminati.
Him. He's not, but there's a lot of people like him. Like they are only listen to be able to answer and talk about their points and what
sociopath. He doesn't have any true human empathy.
They're not gonna take it all in and all that. You're gonna just steer it. You know what I mean?
They don't have no empathy.
Yeah, they don't care. So
about anyone.
Yeah, no, he kind of falls into that
narcissist or sociopath. Character.
Are they separate?
Definitely narcissists. He's definitely.
I mean, hold on. Is they separate?
No, they can be both.
I mean, I guess sociopath, you completely take it to the limit.
Correct.
And a narcissist.
He's definitely a narcissist.
A complete narcissist is a sociopath.
So he's a complete narcissist.
Yeah, yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Man, and my daughter's hot. If she wasn't my daughter, I would date her.
Yeah, you think she's hot? I went to the funeral and grabbed Charlie Kirk's wife by the pee. And, hey, did you see the ballroom?
She enjoyed it.
And he's doing all
Oh,
this.
man.
He's doing all this
Oh,
sober,
my
bro. Like he claims he's doing all this sober too, bro.
completely sober. Never had
Yeah.
a drink
No alcohol, no weed, nothing.
Man, Adderall. He probably still popped that.
I think so. I think you're right. I would pay to smoke a blunt with Donald Trump. I could change the world. He would see the whole world differently if he just smoked that down.
He wouldn't change his mind. He just
Oh man, he'd see the world so different.
Yeah, until he wake up.
Till he come down. Huh? I have him signing all kind of executive orders while he high.
I mean, he got people to answer to, so that's the whole problem.
Man, we'll have reparations when I'm finished with him. All right. South Park, boy.
They stupid.
They be on their ass, don't they?
They stupid.
But he sounded like that's what our boy Vernon be talking about, though. I mean, Carmen raised some great points. He said, if you kill somebody who's pregnant, why is he? I mean,
because it's a life. They decided that
because it wasn't her choice. You know what I mean? So if she said, shoot me in the stomach, if she's told you it's okay, would that be all right?
No. Tell anybody to shoot you at all, especially when
we live in a wacky world.
Man, listen, I don't care about their rules and regulations. I maintain.
I hear you.
You know, I live within the realm of how we should live. But they rules and regulations, a lot of them are just for the birds. It's just nonsense.
A lot of nonsense. And then when you know they're not following any of them.
And man, I'm getting less tolerable of them every day.
You getting pink fatigue out there?
The system fatigue.
Yeah, system fatigue.
Yeah.
They're kind of hand in hand.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kind of.
But one is more regulated in some rules and regulations.
Kind of. Because the 13 families, they're not all pinks.
No, most of them ain't. Well, at the top of them.
Right.
It's been, 2 days since the Charlie Kirk thing, and the conspiracy theories are already rampant. And let me tell you, that rabbit hole is getting deeper and deeper with multiple paths. Some theories are over the top. Like, they're saying that Donald Trump's bodyguard is the same bodyguard that Charlie Kirk had, and...
Well, that looks about as similar as the picture they showed of Peppermint Patsy and the guy there.
It looks about as similar as my AI picture looks to me right there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's sort of like, you know what I mean? But that doesn't... Yeah.
If you expect me to believe that that's Tyler Robinson in that picture with the glasses on and the AI picture, because that looked like an AI picture with the book bag, and right, then I could believe that these are the same people.
Right. Exactly.
Not saying I do.
No, this is already...
It's an AI, and that's what I believe. Well, I don't believe anything. That's what I'm a witness. My perception says I don't know, but that's what Spirit is telling me that's not.
Already been debunked. And another one that almost had my attention is this guy in the white hat here was making military sniper hand motions, apparently giving the sign for the sniper to do their thing. This one definitely had my curiosity.
This guy's a debunker. Might be a spook.
Which leads me to my opinion on this. I think I know what got him whacked. This.
We as the American people deserve to have every Epstein file released with no redaction whatsoever, period. Right. And so, yesterday, I don't want to comment because a lot of these people are my friends, but
of course they
got to make it right. And we, the American people, ran on transparency. We deserve to see the entire client list. Every document the government has regarding the Epstein files, we, the American people, should have on an easy-to-access website immediately.
I mean, it's a good point, though, because that's what Trump said he was going to do.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that.
Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That it wasn't just the immigration why he got voted in. There's a lot of factors.
No.
And he got right in, and there's nothing there, and put that Cash Patel FBI director.
He was playing to be in, so all this other stuff is ancillary.
There's nothing.
In a very, very quick fashion. I'm pushing for that both privately and publicly, just so you...
Privately and publicly. At one point, I remember when he said that he wanted to stop talking about it and just gonna trust the government to do their thing. But then a day later, just continued talking about it. Just went right back to what he was doing. Which I'm cool with. We should still be talking about the Epstein files. This shit should not be a distraction. But I think that... this thing might be deeper than we think. And this is just a speculation, but I don't know. This is a crazy speculation because it's someone that literally lives their life by logic and reason. This shit wouldn't even shock me.
Meanwhile, we're getting new details.
They said Israel, Prime Minister, the Israeli government, offered him millions of dollars to stand down, to stay on their side. And they said he turned it down.
They invited him to come. The minute the dude said that he was supposed to come back again, he said he enjoyed Kirk. He said Kirk said some great things about Israel and all that. He ran down a bunch of stuff, but said that he had nothing to do with it and they had nothing to do with it. It was a great tragedy.
Well, he would never lie. And the Israeli
blah.
government will never lie.
Lots of word salad.
But they would never lie.
They always lie.
According to the Nation of Islam, that's for sure.
Yeah. According to Spirit.
Yeah. Who else? Gaddafi used to call them liars.
Yeah, well, I mean, they are taking over a place that they have no bloodline connection to. And
bastardizing a whole culture. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I mean, what the Nation of Islam call them? Satan, the seeds of Satan, or something along those lines.
Yeah, I know they be calling them so-called Jews.
Yeah. That's what it is. The Zionists, really.
Well, we're getting new details.
This is Fox Box for all you Fox Boxers.
Details about the rifle allegedly used in Charlie Kirk's assassination coming to light now and could hinder the investigation.
Alexis McAdams is live in Utah with those details. Good morning, Alexis.
Good morning, Rachel. And so we are trying to get the latest details about that weapon, but investigators had already told us one thing that we knew a few days ago, was that they found the rifle out wrapped in a towel right near the shooting scene. So they had it, but what we didn't know was exactly how old it was. And it's important to point that out because police say the suspect might have chosen that gun because it was pretty much untraceable. I want to show it to you on your screen for people watching at home. This is what that weapon looked like, according to authorities. It's a Mauser model vintage rifle that investigators say is so old they didn't even have a serial number on it, so they wouldn't have been able to track it down.
Oh, that's clean herself.
This is the weapon that police say Tyler Robinson used to.
Know nonsense that, I mean, everything is so perfect. When he took one shot, but the other rounds had stuff carved on them. Man, come on, man, this is so stupid.
Assassinate Charlie Kirk that day.
It's a script to a bad movie.
Dated back several.
Why did his grandfather give him that gun? And his grandfather ain't even dead yet? That's something that you would will to somebody.
Yeah, it was just available to be accessed. You know, I mean, when nobody's supposed to take it and shoot it.
He said his grandfather gave it to him in those texts.
Yeah, those texts is like.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
why
it makes no sense. That's all.
Yeah, his grandfather would.
That's it. That's all.
Right. It's something you would will to your grandson. You're not going to be like, because you know he's too young to handle a World War I fucking rifle. Like, he's too irresponsible for that right now. You know, you will it to him. You leave it in a trust till he's 30, 35 or something, because he might go out and kill somebody with it and then leave it in a towel with his DNA on it. And
after he disassembled it,
yeah,
he walked there with it assembled, and then he
Yeah.
disassembled it, and then went back and assembled it and left it.
Makes no sense. And left it near the shooting scene.
All of that is just lies.
I mean, this kid would have to be short bus retarded for this to make sense.
And he still couldn't achieve what they said.
You mean he'd have been smarter than that?
No, he wouldn't have been able to do it. Just like he couldn't have did it now. Care how smart he is. It's not working out there.
I mean, no, you're right. You're right.
You walk up there with the gun and you walk up there with the gun in your leg and you leave with the gun in your leg, or you don't. Or you don't put it back together.
Yeah. And how did he climb up there with the gun on his leg,
Man, this shit was all some bullshit.
A lot of stuff ain't adding up.
Yeah, none of it add up. None of it.
The gunman calling it Grandpa's rifle, texting rather his transgender partner after the killing, saying this. I want to pull up these text messages because this whole thing had come to light too the other day. I'm worried what my old man would do if I don't bring back Grandpa's rifle. I don't know if it has a serial number on it.
Okay, you might be right.
But
it seems like he gave it to his old man, and then and it was available, and he took it from his old man's gun case.
Yeah.
Because they still haven't learned to lock down their guns yet.
It wouldn't trace to me. I'm worried about handprints. I had to leave it in a bush, though, where I changed outfits. I didn't have the ability or...
Why are you worried about handprints now?
And you're talking about changing outfits. This all just too fucking neat, man. It's
too neat and retarded at the same time.
Right. That's what makes it... it's retarded.
I'm sorry, but a kid like this would have wore some latex gloves.
Yes.
Time to take it with, and then he actually kind of stayed around the area, we're told, to see if he had the time to get it and take it to his car. Court documents say the Utah State Bureau of Investigations is working.
He would have kept it and just went straight to the car. I'm sorry, this is all some bullshit.
Complete and total. We can move on from this. I mean,
This case found DNA from the murder weapon that they believe is consistent with Tyler Robinson. Police say Robinson also admitted in a text message that he shot and killed Kirk, texting
not at all.
Back and forth to his partner, kind of giving a lot
talking about this nonsense because it's nonsense.
Information back out here live while Robinson sits in that county jail behind me in Utah. His partner is cooperating with authorities, I'm told, so they're trying to get as much information as they can from that partner. At one point, though, Robinson texted, "I am sorry, I've just had enough of his hatred about Charlie Kirk. Some hate just cannot be negotiated out." And you just think about, Kirk's family hearing about these horrible details as they prepare for this huge memorial. So many people are going to focus on the good things that Charlie left behind as we try to figure out more about the gunman. Back to you.
I'm Steve Ducey.
Right.
Did you hear what just happened to Charlie Kirk? Yes, the shooting incident that's got the entire country talking. Some say it was random violence. Others believe it was a targeted attack. But here's the strange part. Within hours, conspiracy theories exploded online. Was it political? Was it staged? Or is there something much bigger going on? For years, Charlie Kirk has been one of the most controversial conservative voices in America. Loved by some, hated by many. And now, this shocking event has put him right back in the spotlight. But the truth isn't so simple, because in moments like this, facts, fear, and rumors all collide. And the question remains, what really happened that day? Subscribe to Why It Exists, where we go beyond the headlines and uncover the truth.
Bible with Bell writes, "Don't believe these texts for a..."
All right, here we go. Candace Owens, you got to see her without her makeup. She looks like a retarded baboon.
Whoa.
Yeah, you can Google image it when you get a chance.
With Bell writes, "Don't believe these texts for a second. He was worried about leaving evidence, but then conveniently texts every detail." Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I do not want to leave any evidence other than this very elaborate text chain that tells you my exact open and closed motive and why I did this and that I acted alone and that you are totally surprised by it. It feels a little fake and gay. Gotta tell you guys, it feels a little fake and gay, and there will be no fakeness and no gayness in this investigation.
We can't say it.
Nothing but truth. It's all I require from everybody.
So on the left, we have...
She said what we said.
Yeah.
It's too clean. And all these killings be too clean, don't it?
Yeah, I mean, have a whole manifesto and put it forth and sitting right there and all of that and ready to go as soon as they do this. No, that's some
camera right there showing that guy shoot the camera right there. That dude shot that insurance guy right there in front of that camera. It was like he was perfectly centered in the screen when it all happened. Yeah.
And it wasn't the same person.
No. And he's walking around with a fake ID self, yet he got his real picture on it.
I'm hoping there's a video down the line that you're going to show.
So on the left, we have the guy that...
We'll see. If not, send it to me.
...shot Charlie. And on the right...
This will see.
The guy...
Now look at these pictures.
So on the left, we have the guy that...
That's what we were saying.
That guy looks older than the one on the right.
Yeah.
Minimum 30, mid-30s, 30, 35.
Also, it looked like his hair would be sticking more out of that hat.
Sure would.
On the edges, the fringe.
Nose looks different.
The side. Yeah, it's not the same person.
Mouth's different. Chin's different.
Yes. The on the right is thinner.
Yeah. The face is thinner. Yeah. More in shape, as though a special ops person would be more lean.
An assassin.
Shot Charlie. And on the right is the guy they caught on CCTV.
Why this dude ain't got no shirt on?
Why do I not see any resemblance?
At this point, I think they just think everybody in the world is stupid.
Oh, they know that most people are stupid.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
They're trying to eliminate the people that aren't, though. So, that part.
All right, fair use. We're going to react to this Joe Rogan video. They don't really mess with us anymore after we won that one thing. I think they want to have a nuisance in court because Joe Rogan sits there and runs people's videos all day on his show, son of a bitch. You know what I mean?
Run it, what's the dude's name?
Jamie.
Yeah.
They run everything.
He set it up in a way that, like, okay, you're saying something that's actually factually inaccurate, according to the narrative. Now, let's be real clear.
Skinhead.
I don't necessarily think they know what's going on yet. There's a lot of weird shit going on with this.
I know.
First of all, there was that one guy who was the decoy. All right, so you got this guy.
There's your boy, Self, the decoy.
Who's an older guy who starts yelling out. Didn't he take his pants down? He took his pants down. This guy was at 9/11. He was at the Boston bombing.
All the hits.
He called in a fake bomb at another place. And then he did this at this thing. Right after, so somehow or another, this guy has the state of mind that the moment someone gets shot, he yells out and says, I did it, and takes his pants down or something like that. I don't know exactly what he did. Then, ready for this? He gets arrested for child porn right away.
Right after this happened?
Oh, right away. He's in jail for child porn. Why is that? Well, now you can't interview him.
Right. Right.
And because when the internet people start going, how do you...
That's a heck of a distraction.
Yeah, completely. I mean, and then, I mean, how are they focusing on the roof and seeing somebody up there? Like, that's all too... If they were so focused up there, how did the motherfucker get up there?
How are you at all these different things? Like, what are the odds? Like, if someone ran it through one of the ChatGPT fucking perplexity things, like, what are the odds that this guy would be at all those different events and be involved? Like, zero.
This is the guy?
Yeah.
I just like that the pants down part is just insane to me. It's like, why is your dick out, dude?
I did it. Listen, I'm not saying this guy isn't insane. He's clearly insane.
Yeah. This dude likes talking about penis. This other dude on here, he's going to keep bringing it up.
Or not. Or he's professionally insane.
Right.
That's where it gets squirrely.
I almost texted you when the Charlie Kirk thing happened because my antennas went up about, they showed the photo of that kid, or the guy that they have, the 22-year-old, whatever. And I was almost going to be like, dude, That you think he's got the capability to do that?
Yeah, well, listen, there are people that look like that have the capability to do that.
Pretty
yes.
accurate.
Nope.
No?
Not hard. Not hard.
Yeah, we got Marines that are 22 that'll take your head off from 300-400 yards.
Let me dispel that. Let me
Okay.
dispel that. Okay. 200 yards from a prone position with a dead-on rifle. So if you have a dead-on rifle.
They say the snipers can shoot you from a mile away, so.
Yeah. I asked my partner I work with, he from military and, a Marine, and I was like, you can shoot somebody from 200 yards away? He's like, I mean, he's a combat veteran. He like, I said, would you shoot him in the neck? He was like, no.
Where would he aim?
Head
For the body?
and body.
Yeah, head or body, headshot, yeah.
If it was one shot, he wouldn't have took one shot.
Rifle. So you set this rifle, you set your 0 to 200 yards, right? You know how far you're going to shoot. It is not shot. They wouldn't know where to look. They'd have a hard time acquiring the like when you look through a scope, like when the reticle is weird. Like it's sometimes
Takes a minute.
You got to know the distance that you have to be from it to really line it
I
up in
played
your
a video
sights.
game like that. I'm
But
like, this shit.
You could get a guy
Crazy.
like my friend Andy Stump, who was a
Yeah, it was SOCOM Navy SEALs. Yeah, when you look through there, you're like, shit. Like, yeah.
a sniper in
That
no.
seems tough.
It seems tough. We still haven't figured out whether or not the gun that shot Trump had a sight on it, because we weren't sure if it had a sight on it or if this guy was using iron sights. That was 140 yards. If you shot it with iron sights, that's a lot harder.
That's crazy for a sniper to be 140 yards away from a former sitting president and no counter snipers.
That was some asinine BS.
That is crazy.
Because, man, you remember we showed the videos of the people on the tower up above popping up.
Yeah. Yeah. Bro, at the Million Man March, you saw
Iron
people
sights is
out there on
you're
roofs of
lining
them
up.
buildings.
So you have these two things in the back and there's one thing at the front of the barrel, and you
Right.
got to line those bitches up perfectly, and that's how you stay accurate. That is a lot harder to do.
It's like
than
old
a
shotguns have those, right?
Sure,
Yeah.
pistols.
Yeah,
Like
pistols
when you
got
buy a
them.
Glock,
Yeah.
that's what it comes with.
Right.
But this kid had a rifle with a scope. Now here's where it gets weird. The first images of this rifle with a scope, I swear to God, it looks like he has a composite stock on it. Like it looks like a modern 30-06 rifle. So a 30-06, so that's the rifle. 30-06 is like, that looks like a very modern looking stock. I mean, it might not be. It might be just a bad
See that bang in
resolution. It
his
might be
head?
wood. It's hard to tell.
His doctor
But
should
if
be
you showed
concerned
me
about
that and you said, hey, this is my cousin's rifle, is this any good? I'd be like, looks like a standard bolt action rifle, look like a sophisticated modern scope on it. Sure. Now, apparently, the narrative is that this is his grandfather's rifle from World War I and doesn't have a serial code. Okay.
Interesting.
Okay. Why? Wait. Why are you using such an old gun? Like, that's kind of crazy. Like, is it possible that an old gun can be that accurate? If you have a gunsmith and they work on it, yeah, it's totally possible. If you have a really good gunsmith and he sets, if you're like a nostalgic person, you like driving an old car.
Right, but why would he choose that gun, so? Knowing how hard it was to disassemble and reassemble, and I'm sure his dad had other guns. I'm sure he had guns. They used to go hunting.
Manchurian Candidate. I don't even think that he had the gun. It don't make
You just
sense.
think somebody laid that out there in the woods, but his DNA on it.
Yeah, for the most part, because if he walked with it in his pants, as they said he did, and he didn't leave it on the top of the building, but he clearly didn't have it when he left the top of the building in the video that they show us.
Yeah, because he jumped. Why wouldn't he walk away with it the same way he walked there with it?
It doesn't make any sense at all. So he didn't disassemble it and put it in the bag and then get out there and where the towel come from? Yeah, reassemble it. Where the towel come from with his DNA on it?
And why wrap it in a towel? What do you think?
It's crappy, Liz.
What do you think? The feds ain't gonna look under this towel? Like, do you know what I mean? What do you think the
No,
towel
it's,
is gonna
it's
be?
grandpa's
Uh-huh.
World War One gun. I get away with a murder and nobody will ever test it and send it to no. It's nonsense.
All right, we're almost finished here. This is the last video. And then if you sent me one, I'll pull it up.
Car, you could bring it to a mechanic. They could redo the brakes.
Sure.
So if you got a good gunsmith and he took a look at that, and the action was true, and you know the bore is good, you know, yeah, you could conceivably shoot with a gun for hundreds of years, right? Guns don't necessarily.
It's almost like a, what do you call that? When the time traveling you be saying they be doing?
Yeah.
The fact that they had to use that World War One gun, you say they're trying to fix, trying to change history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rewrite it.
Yeah.
Fix the timeline that they want.
Yeah.
Man.
Necessarily.
Oh, man.
Maybe the old gun was important for the ritual.
I don't think he was killed with the old gun. I just think that was even it being a part of it could still be part of the ritual, because I don't think that's the weapon that
go bad.
Right, they don't expire.
Right, and especially because all the stuff like the trigger and the action and all that different stuff is replaceable. So you could just like it's compartmentalized. It's components. That's the other thing. They said that he took it apart and then put it back together again. Shut the fuck up. Do you know how much time it would take to do that if you were highly skilled?
To disassemble a gun.
To disassemble a rifle so that you can get it in a backpack. And by the way, not going to fit.
Not going to fit in a backpack.
And then somehow or another reconnects it once he gets off the roof? What? What's that?
Like, if he had time to do all of that, so he could have been walking to his fucking car.
Yeah, he could have been long gone. I mean, if he was going to lay the weapon down,
is that what?
None of that makes sense.
None.
They had a diversion, a distraction with the. I shot him. Pull my pants down. Been at the Boston bomber. Clearly, a paid actor.
I shot him and I got child porn on my phone.
Clearly a paid actor that shows up at crisis places. So you know some of these crisis places are just planned.
Oh, he's got to be a spook.
Yeah, he's fucking
yeah. He's there to monitor everything, and he's acting like the wacky guy that nobody takes seriously.
Try to make sure that to distract and be a.
So he could be the top of the whole pyramid for all we know. That motherfucker could be the top of the 13 families. Pop it out.
Son of a.
They pitched, huh?
Yeah. And then he's supposed to get it in that stupid fucking backpack. It's literally, it makes no sense.
This is the dude I watched.
And the elevator music was a nice touch, by the way.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
So this is
that dude they showed there. He
right.
did it and said it makes no sense. And that dude was trained. Yeah. And then he was like, look, it won't go in this damn bag.
No way, shape, or form.
This is just a narrative, right? Yeah. We watch a guy jump off the roof, and then we supposedly find this rifle. So if you can have a guy that's in the audience that's yelling, I shot him, now shoot me, I shot him, now shoot me, and then that guy gets arrested for child porn charges, like he's like, what is going on here? So and then weird. You find this rifle, and then you say, oh, he assembled it and he reassembled it. Like, okay. I wish I was a cop. I'd sit in a room like, this story is horseshit. Like,
this guy's high as hell.
Yeah. None of these things make any sense to me. Like, you're telling me that this kid who's not military trained, this guy, first of all, how did he get to the roof? How come nobody was looking? How come nobody was like, there's a direct line of sight between where he's sitting and those roofs? You guys didn't check? You don't have a drone? Like, that's insane. So he's on the roof, he shoots, he jumps from the roof. He jumps down 14 feet.
And he could have hung down. You see how he jumps out?
Yeah.
That motherfucker down there broke his ankles. He could have just stretched out a little. You know what I mean? The drop didn't have to be that long.
Patsy.
We saw didn't they have video of him jump?
And then it was people right around it, cars driving through that parking lot, people walking. Nobody saw none of that shit. So when that dude jumped off that roof. So at some point, all those people milling around, he decides, okay, I'm going to sit right here behind this tree and disassemble the gun.
Man.
Reassemble it. I'm sorry. I'm going to reassemble the fucking gun.
That's what makes it so completely asinine. If he could have got it in the bag or anything close to that during the search, he would have took the whole thing. Ain't no way he would have put it back together.
No
None
way.
of that.
Especially if he got to get his grandfather's gun back.
Man, that's why it's all some complete. Yeah, well, it's trash. Yeah.
He had a cell phone video of him jumping
There's
down,
a video
right?
of him jumping. So this guy, whoever it is, jumps off of the roof and lands, whether or not he's even the guy who...
And that's a cell phone video. So they wasn't calling the police?
Yeah.
That was a cell phone video of him coming off the roof self? Yeah, this shit. This is, I'm with you.
Shot him. Maybe he thought he was going to shoot him. Maybe he's a patsy. Maybe he did it.
I feel like he's a plant. Did you see the video? Did you see the person doing the investigating on his mom's Facebook?
No.
You haven't seen this? Have you seen that, Jamie? Some dude online.
His mom's got a weird Facebook. I
It's
spill coffee.
very trippy. It doesn't make any sense. Like the more they keep looking into it.
That motherfucker Joe high as hell. He spilled coffee. I spilled coffee. He jumping up, grabbing paper towels. That motherfucker.
His ass be high.
Yeah, he on that coke killer.
It doesn't make any
Allegedly,
sense.
in my opinion.
Like the more they keep looking into it, the more they're like, this doesn't feel like a real. It feels super fabricated.
But here's the thing. Just like I was talking about when people are arguing on
Look
social
at this
media,
motherfucker.
it's all part of the plan. If you want things to be...
Oh, I wanted it so bad. Buckets. Buckets.
If you want people to lose all faith that anyone is going to solve anything, you add a bunch of, if you're going to kill a guy, you add a bunch of other wacky shit that doesn't make any sense, and you spam it out there at the same time. You leave a gun that didn't do it out in the woods. You do a bunch of shit like that.
You have an old man put his dick out and yell, I did it, I did it, I did it.
Yeah, you get some kid who has a boyfriend who's a furry. And
his boyfriend
you talk
is a
to him on
furry?
Discord.
Yeah,
I think
furry
he's a furry.
pride. Is
I don't
that
want
a-
to disrespect.
I don't know if that's a
He's
real
definitely
thing. Is that?
His boyfriend's definitely a guy who became a girl.
And wears furry stuff.
I think they do furry sex. I think or furry games. Excuse me. My apologies. I don't want to disrespect the furry sex
Shout out
or
to the
furry
furry
game community.
Yeah.
Bro, shout out to the furries because me and Duncan.
All right. Big ups Joe Rogan. And he pretty much sounds like us. Did you send a video? Oh,
I did not. I couldn't find it, but
think
it's about the camera gun.
They took us offline. It was probably for the Joe Rogan video. It'll pop back up. Either that or the South Park one. That's some bullshit. Rado. Joe Rogan know they ain't supposed to do that no more. Stream unavailable.
Damn.
But you say what? It was a what? You can't find it. What was the video?
It's about a camera gun. Somebody on the side that slid up had a camera, off to the same side.
Yeah. I saw that video too, bro.
Yeah,
like somebody was on the stage right there.
Yeah. No, he had a camera. It was a gun that looked like a camera. And
Yes.
He took a picture. They showed him. He took, it was like they took a picture. It was like he got killed. Everybody else is reacting away. This dude just took it down and walked away and walked out the back. And
while he was getting away, the other dude was pulling his pants down and saying he did.
out there. And then they looking all at the dude up top. It was a whole thing going on. It was also weird that one of the security guys was he grabbed his arm right before he got shot, and then he caught him and laid him down and took something from him and passed it off to somebody. It was a video I saw.
Man, they still ain't. It was the end of the Rogan video, so it had to be the Rogan video because I wanted this content to be on there. What you saying now, but that. Let me see where we was on the Rogan video.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay. Why? Wait. Why are you using such an old gun? Like, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it was the Rogan video. That's weird, isn't it? They bogus as hell. Let me see. And it normally would have popped back up by now. We ain't been running this video for a long time.
Yeah, I agree.
There
we go. That's why I kept talking.
Okay. Let me see how much of it got. All right. Yeah, so you was talking about the video of the camera gun.
Yeah, there was a video and they showed a model or a sketch of what it looks like, and it had a little stock, and it was like a camera, and they showed somebody that was
Jamie,
off
see
to
if
the
you can
side.
find that. Go ahead, bro.
He said off to the side, came right up on stage, right behind where the other guy with that was another distraction or whatever. And right when the shot happened, he was there. And as soon as the shot happened, he pulled it down and looked, turned, and walked back where he came from and disappeared.
That's interesting. Did you man the guy who came out there and took that video down? TM
The
in the
camera.
chat said rip Kirk.
Yeah.
Yeah, rip. We don't wish death on nobody, TM.
No.
So you saying yeah. Remember somebody there was a camera. Candace pointed that out. She said some people on Discord sent it to her. It was a camera right behind Charlie Kirk, and for some damn reason, as soon as after the murder, they decided to take that camera down. That's kind of weird.
Yeah,
That's evidence.
Yeah, and it's the behavior. I think it has showed that their narrative is not what happened. So
some people think he's still alive.
I don't know. It's possible. It's like a bad movie script. So
No. Well, anything else to add before I ask you your conclusion, and then we'll get my conclusion.
No, I can just go with the conclusion.
So what do you think's happening here?
It could be a myriad of things. They have lied and done so much crapulous behavior before, but it could be a complete sacrifice to someone. They planted a seed and then they honeypot them and then made her the focus of it to receive the power that he has been gathering. It could also be that he got too big for his britches. But it's too set up and too perfect that it's a honeypot situation, as far as I could see.
Could also be if the Klan and those who lost the Revolutionary War are still trying to start a race war. It could also be, what do you call that, a false flag? My first feeling was, damn, that's a false flag. Like, you know what I mean? Let's build this person up. But why would they use Jim White guy instead of making the Peppermint Patsy a brother or something?
Because they've been setting up this for a while, when they put Trump in the first time. After when the experiment of Obama's terms, and let them know that the opposite would be accepted. They could bring in, which would ignite, and they're trying to turn back the time with the so-called laws and such.
Mm-hmm. And Charlie Kirk was even saying he needs his Second Amendment rights to protect his First Amendment rights.
Yeah.
And so it's interesting that after he was assassinated, they started canceling people, and people were actually losing their jobs for making comments about Charlie Kirk. Is this a psyop?
Yeah, I don't know, because I don't think Charlie Kirk was assassinated. Eliminated. He was.
Yeah.
I don't hold him in such esteem to say
Yeah.
he was assassinated. Pardon me.
Yeah, he wasn't a political figure, but was it a psyop? Was this a psyop? Because I had a military friend that told me when they do these, and hold your answer, when they do these false flags, it's usually more than one agenda that's going to take place, because it takes a lot of money and energy to pull this off. So they won't do it for just one reason. They'll do it. We're going to go after the First, Second Amendment. We're going to potentially start a race war in this country. We're going to, it'll be a layer cake.
Yeah. They are definitely going after rights. Yeah, they're gonna attack the Second Amendment rights because he was deleted with a weapon, a firearm. Um, they're trying to oppress us and comfort us by relieving us of our rights. So I'm no longer willing to accept that. So we need to figure something out.
A psyop is a planned activity, often military, designed to influence the attitudes, emotions, beliefs, and behaviors of a target audience to support specific political or military objectives. Psyops use various media, such as pamphlets, radio, television, and social media, to disseminate messages that shape public opinion and memory. They are essentially a non combative form of warfare that seeks to achieve desired behavioral outcomes through psychological means rather than through physical force. Just wanted to give that definition.
Yeah. Applies greatly to what we've been talking about.
Yeah, because a lot of white people I know, that's the word they're using, psyop. I just know my initial reaction to it was, man, that's friendly fire. And then as I started looking at it, I was like, man, his wife could have wanted him. His wife could have wanted him dead.
The whole thing, because the way it looked, it was I think he had a mic for their personal thing, but that could have blew it. It didn't have to be a shot. It was something. It was something under his shirt, right where they said he got shot.
You're saying if the Israelis or the Zionists or Americans have tech where you can have a cell phone in your pocket and it can blow up and kill you, then surely they could probably put the same tech in a mic or something.
Yes. And that was another theory that I saw presented. It's like, wow. Actually,
Yeah, I
think
saw
the
one
other
where
stuff was in the same video. I think they was in the same video.
yeah, I saw one where it was a guy standing on stage to his right. They made it look like he took the shot.
Yeah. The one with the camera gun. That I was like, wow. I mean, they had a sketch of the gun. It was a camera, and it had a little stock to fit like right in your, you know what I mean? You stand there,
Mm-hmm.
and look, he came right out there, and then it went down. You know, a cameraman when they saw that, they would have kept taking pictures. He was calm as you could ever be. He wasn't rushing. Everybody
But
was
wouldn't that
running and
have had a
rushing.
silence on it? Because there was a sound, but they could have
Yeah.
easily put that sound through a speaker.
Yes. Or they could have.
Or blank.
Yeah. Yes. Blank more than anything.
From somewhere else.
Yes.
Maybe that's what they had Peppermint Papsy up there doing. You're going to take the
Yeah.
shot. And he was just shooting a blank.
I don't think he had a gun up there because he couldn't have brought it down. So it would have had to stay up there. Okay.
Well, they said he took it apart and put the gun in his book bag. Makes no sense.
Yeah, I mean, he couldn't have. He wasn't
Why
up there
are
long
you
enough.
walking to the building with the gun in your leg? And how did you climb
it apart?
Right. You could have had it apart in your book
The
bag
whole time.
the whole damn time and put it together when you got up top of the roof.
Because none of that story makes any sense at all.
What do I think is going on? I think it's a false flag. I think I wouldn't be shocked if they start putting her in front of the Republican Party within the next 4 to 6 years.
And yeah, that's the whole thing. Yep. Because they were planning on him to do that, but not really.
And
that platform, but not him, obviously, because
yeah, and if she's from a Department of Defense family, DIA type of thing, it could just be a takeover. like a military coup, so to speak.
Well, I mean, Bush was head of CIA and president, so that's
Yeah, true. And she wasn't in the military, but I mean, it seems like a long way to go. But if he's no longer doing the right thing, so to speak, he became expendable.
he became way more powerful than that. These rituals, he didn't become expendable. He became a martyr. He
Yeah.
became a very powerful tool of engagement. He was already a powerful tool of engagement, building.
But if he's speaking
that
out against
platform.
Israel,
She's not.
right?
You know, that's the whole thing. But I'm saying he was a sacrifice, a willing sacrifice. I really think he was always planned to be. And I think they knew that he could not be completely controlled. And they just tolerated until it was time to move on and expand.
Yeah. Liquidated him.
And expand through the honeypot.
We shall see. We shall see what becomes of the honeypot in the future. You know, I know she did a 180, you know, but then, like you said, she forgave Tyler Robinson, but at first that wasn't her initial reaction. She wasn't sounding like no Christian. I was like, damn.
Yeah, none of them really sound like a Christian, but it's
I
hard.
agree.
It's hard to be a Christian if you trying to follow that.
You hate people.
That
Yeah.
mantra.
Yeah. 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 Yeah, like we take our shots at different groups like furry pots, furries. I might have fun, but I don't hate none of them. You know what I mean? Like the trans and all that. I don't hate none of them. You know, but I think that certain people just truly hate people. You know what I'm saying? Like I might talk a little shit, make jokes, which probably ain't right 100% of the time, but I don't hate any fucking body. And I think some of these so-called Christians and Muslims and Zionists hate people.
Yeah, they judge themselves above all.
Yeah. All right, y'all. That was our coverage here. The views expressed in today's podcast are those of the hosts, the guests, and are not necessarily reflective of TATN or any sponsors or affiliates. As we close out part 2, we've navigated the tangled aftermath of Charlie K. Kirk's deletion, walking through viral hoaxes, shadowy allegations, and the official inquiries meant to untangle fact from fiction. We've seen how a single act of violence can spark a wildfire of speculation with embers fanned by mistrust in the race to fill information voids. This episode has underscored the power and peril of conspiracy theories. When every clip, every chat screenshot, every unverified whisper becomes evidence, discernment gives way to doubt. Rigorous sourcing and transparent investigation are our strongest allies against the siren song of sensational claims. At the heart of these narratives lies a struggle over constitutional freedoms, the First Amendment's promise of open discourse and the Second Amendment's right to bear arms. Both ride the currents of this controversy. Are calls for stricter gun laws or tighter speech controls born from genuine concern, or are they leverage points in a broader psyop to reshape public policy? Moving forward, stay vigilant about where you get your news and how you share it. Remember, questioning authority is healthy, but questioning your sources is essential. Stay curious, stay informed, stay aware, stay engaged, and most importantly, stay true to self. Also, love yourself and everyone around you deeply. Remember, ask not what our culture can do for you, but what you can do for our culture. Silence is violence, and continue to question everything. The Self Love Show ain't Kansas, Toto. Peer down the rabbit hole and do your own research, but use caution and discernment, because sometimes when you stare into that abyss, Yeah, well, the abyss stares right back at you. Until next week, peace, self-love, honor, and respect. All right, bro, we got a riddle here. You guys can see it. And get this over here. All right, let's go. All right, I lurk behind official doors, unseen by all but the keen. Stitched from questions too many and proof far too lean. I grow in the gaps where doubt and rumor meet. What am I? Fed on secrets and elite deceit. Brother Wordsmith.
Conspiracy theory.
100%. 100%. That's what it is. And let's go ahead and do the poll results. All right, let's get the poll results. All right. Do you buy the FBI's narrative relating to the Charlie Kirk, K. Kirk deletion? So 0% of the responders have responded yes. So no one is buying it. That's a shame that we live in a world where nobody believes the FBI's investigation.
Well, they've proven time and time again that, they can't be relied upon.
They're the gold standard for
no.
They're the Scotland Yard of the United States. They're not.
They're trash too.
And Scotland Yard is not even in Scotland. Pisses me off once I found that out. Son of a bitch.
Trash.
Yeah, call it Scotland Yard. It's not. It's like having Chicago Yard, and it's not even in Chicago. All right. So 0% of our viewers have said that they believe this crap. All right. 25% of those responding.
Oh my God.
Said they're unsure. They're rubbing their bum on the fence. 25%.
You should walk around with your bum out. You're like the guy that said you did it and pulled your pants down.
And started rubbing your bum on a nearby fence.
Yeah, I got cheap CP on my phone.
75% say they do not believe any of it. All right, Brother Wordsmith, where did you land in on the poll?
I stand with, I don't believe any of it. I think my commentary has said that from the beginning of the conversation all the way through.
So you said no.
No.
All right. I said no too. We got a video here that's kind of going viral. It's called, before you do your final words, it's called 9 Meals Goes Karen. Goes full Karen in the United States Post Office. Who's paying who around here is the title of the video. Enjoy.
What's your name, bro?
Thomas.
What's your name, bro?
I learned this from Big Nick, South Florida. Big ups to Big Nick. Look at Thomas. Looks like a furry, doesn't he? Look at his little beard.
Come on. So I got here at 3 o'clock and I can't get my mail delivered?
There you go. There you go. Some bitch got a Compton hat on in Inglewood. I mean, just a prick, in my opinion.
Who's running this place? Thomas?
Thomas say he running it. So Self, the place closes at 3. The hours are posted. I got there at 2:50 and the door was locked. Do you know there's people there and I was sending medication out, to my brother. But there's people who are what am I looking for? Old, elderly, they got physical ailments, and they struggle to get to the post office. You know what I'm saying, bro?
They don't give a flying. They don't
They
care
don't.
at all.
They don't.
There you go. Who's in charge, Thomas?
Me.
You a federal employee. I got the right to record this interaction with you, Thomas.
And I don't care what you do. Go.
I don't care what you do. He's a good guy.
Goddamn.
Yeah. I'm never going to
close, and that was it. That's all.
But Self, when I got in there, they had to have closed that door at 2:30 because there was only 2 people in line. There was one person being served and one other person. You know what I'm saying? So they had to close that door at like 2:30, bro. And if that's the case, just change your hours to what?
2:30, but they ain't doing that. They don't want them people coming in. They want to leave out of there at 2:30, and that's what they should have said.
Then
we're getting off at 2:30.
Then post the close at 2. Don't.
They don't give a damn.
Yeah, they don't. They don't. Here we go.
So you won't tell me who's in charge of that Inglewood post office? Who's in charge? Who's the
now? Look at his face. He's got R&P all over his face. Now he realizes he's on camera, and he's got himself in a situation he didn't think because when I came in there, he came running out of there. I started recording because he came in as like a hussy fit. He was having a hissy fit when he was coming out, and I was like, I got to record this interaction with this guy before he turns it all around. You see him with his Compton hat on. He's pissed. Again, he's ready to go postal, ain't he?
postmaster? Thomas. Who's the postmaster?
Thomas.
Who's the postmaster, Thomas?
And he left the door open. He's not the smartest guy in my opinion.
Slid in there.
Where the manager at?
Yeah, I could have slid in there.
You got right arrested, so shouldn't have did that.
No, it would have been a federal crime.
Thomas?
We ain't gonna see Thomas no more, are we?
I need some help up here. Where's the manager at?
Yeah. He's so busy, but he got time.
Service you get an Inglewood heel press. Thomas want to be famous. I got here at 2:50. It's posted that this place should be open till 3, but Thomas decides to lock the fucking doors willy-nilly at whatever time he thinks he should close it.
Yeah, he doesn't have that authority. He can't. So it's like if you run a restaurant and you got your hours to 3 p.m. and your employees are locking the door at 2:50.
The federal government don't care about that. Well, I mean, the quasi-federal government, because the post office ain't even fucking.
Well, that's what Brother Norman pointed out.
It's like
it's self-funded now.
Yeah.
In other words, it doesn't come out of our tax money. It comes out of what we're paying for the stamps and the services. Yeah.
So they don't give a damn.
Thomas wants to refuse letting me talk to a manager.
Thomas was like, I'm in charge. Until he got him on camera, like he was like, oh shit, let me get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, because I was boxing him in. He was like, man, this ain't gonna look good. There he is, yeah, with that little Compton hat on. You see him back there.
Yeah.
He had to come close out his drawer or whatever. You know, first he went in the back and hid. I think somebody told him, man, that might be Big Nick, South Florida or somebody. You gonna go viral. Somebody told him something. But he ain't talking no more. But the reason I started filming stuff, because I wish I would have got his reaction when I was walking in there through the exit door, man. Man, he was having a conniption like he was about to come out there and whoop my ass or something.
I gotta lock this exit door. That's what he was saying. That's probably what he came out there to do.
Maybe so.
They don't care.
Yeah, I said what you said. They don't care.
So we paying our taxes for this. This is what my taxes pay for.
Of course, my taxes don't pay for it.
I got the numbers up here, Thomas. I appreciate you.
Thomas didn't say shit else. I won't be using this post office.
Once he got that door, that lock out there,
he
was like, he had to look like, yeah, motherfucker, you got to get out.
I won't be going there anymore. And it's
I know that's right.
Right down the street from
this will be going to who's ever running this place.
Trash.
And they had this sign up there, debit only, no cash. And here's the thing. I went there the day before. This is why I got pissed. I went there the day before And what happened? The shit was closed with no sign. Like it might have been lunchtime or something, I don't know, but it was just closed. So then I went back, and then the line was outside the door. Like no signs though saying, "Hey, we're closed for this and that." They don't do this in white communities, bro.
No.
People ain't wasting their time going up here for nothing, man.
Only in the ghetto, man, do people treat the people like this. You ain't got no more to say, Thomas?
Nah, my job is to move this mail.
Just so y'all know where we at. And before anybody say I'm not here to do business, they closed it early, and he won't let me talk.
All right. So we go through the chat. T. Wash said, answer the questions, Thomas. You know what I'm saying? Answer the questions. Pick up the ace. You know? Yeah, answer the questions, Thomas. And then I said he didn't know I was about to record him. He had no idea. He had never seen a black guy go Karen. And then KC28 said he literally opened the door to get your mail, get it, and go home whiner. People are such crybabies. And I said, no, he didn't.
He didn't
The doors
give me
were
the damn thing.
right. You know what I'm saying? Who is this fucking troll? I said, no, he didn't. The doors were locked 10 minutes early. Who knows how early? They were locked when I got there. I entered through the exit door. He was opening the door to show me out. I was mailing medication to a family member. You may lay down and take it up the ass. I didn't put that in there. But I said, you may lay down and take it, but I won't. By the way, I had to overnight it today. Decided to go to Santa Monica, and the service there was impeccable. Matthew Bird said, and there are actually people that want the government to be in charge of their health care. And John 2 Murphy responded, are you very rich? And then Unipod said, hold on, sir. We're calling you a wambulance. I responded, I was mailing medications to a family member. You may lay down and take it, but I won't. By the way, had to overnight it today at the cost of $34 fucking. Decided to go to Santa Monica, and the service was impeccable. All right. Yeah. I sent it to Big Nick and collaborate on the video. I haven't got a response, you know. I don't know if he posted on his channel because it is going up. So he might have.
Right.
It's a way you could collaborate. Big ups to Big Nick, South Florida. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, let me see here. All right.
What do we call us? Not that at network.
What'd you say?
So what does he call us?
Yeah, I forgot what he said in that thing.
Not
yeah.
that.
Ace was just there. I told him to link up. I didn't give him his number though. He was just out there in Fort Lauderdale. They had their 19th. Congratulations too.
Oh man, yes, congratulations.
Yep, they had their 19th, bro.
It's a blessing.
Ain't it? All right, man. What we got for next week? You got any ideas? I need to reach out to some people. I do need to reach out to some people. There's some people who clearly said they'd come on the show. I just haven't reached out to them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Clearly.
Yeah. Clearly say they love to pop on. Do their little ditty. You know what I mean? Big ups to Diddy. He'll be out another year or so. Yeah.
All right.
Well,
I'm not going that far, but
all right. Well, ups to Diddy. Yeah, all right.
No ups, but
I mean, all he did was flew him out. That's all he did was flew somebody out. Yes, they thought saying the community.
That's not all he did, but
that's all he's been convicted of.
Right. Right. Exactly.
Right. So therefore,
and most of the way I feel don't have much to do with crime. It's with energy and how.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Hey, he's a prick. He was. But, you meet a person where he is, and I think he's turned his life around. The jail might be good for him. You know what I mean? He was on drugs. He was full of himself. It just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger, his ego. And now maybe he's getting more humble. You know what I mean? We all have to have a chance.
Hopefully.
And what you said, somebody else said to me, he was fighting that big alcohol company. So this is bigger than Diddy. He got outside his lane, got too big for his britches, and they had to bring him down a peg.
Yeah, I mean, they did. And they didn't bring him all the way down either, because, I mean, like you said, there was a lot of stuff that they,
threw at the wall and tried to get it to stick.
Act like they had some proof of
Didn't
they didn't.
they
They didn't prove to the jury or whoever anyway. So
all they had was baby oil. You know what I mean? Maybe the guy likes to buy it in bulk because he gets a deal. And he went out and got him a lawyer, Hammersham, Warstein. You know what I mean? He went out and got him a good.
Most of that shit they found thrown out.
Thrown right out. But we'll figure it out.
Other shit he moved before they came.
Of course he did. Allegedly. I mean, we don't know. Again, we're talking about the same FBI who's 75% of our viewers, and the other 25% don't know, don't believe crap of their investigations.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Same FBI.
They proven that they don't
Yeah.
know.
Same FBI. All right. Let's see here. And Sunday Spolly Tricks, y'all. I don't know if we're gonna come on before. Oh, it's a Monday's game. So we'll do the Bears Redskins preview. Okay. Redskins Commanders. Sorry, Self. I know you're an engine. Some sort of swarthy. You know what I mean?
Hey, Redskin is not offensive. So.
All right. Yeah. But big game, man. Who you got in that game, bro? It's in DC again for some damn reason.
And ain't that something?
Mm-hmm.
I got Bears.
Me
the
too.
Bears. The
Bears.
Bears. They gonna come
Bears.
out. They got some people coming back and
Yeah. Bears.
Yes, Bears.
Bro, well, next time we play the Raiders, they already said we're gonna be in Vegas again. I'm like, damn.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, don't make sense. Although I'm not complaining. I'll probably pop up out there and do some parking lot pimping again. You know what I mean?
I know that was probably fun.
It was, man. It was so many fucking Chicago fans there, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Takeover.
It was a complete takeover. And everybody knew it was respect and love, but wasn't nobody messing with Chicago people.
They couldn't. It was too many.
They know we roll. First of all, I was giving them education.
How we
so
roll, yeah.
I was like, we built this city. And, we come out of the womb throwing paws in the city of Chicago. But I'm like, our gangsters built this fucking thing. Like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I know I'm right. We built this shit. You know what I mean?
Desert.
Yeah. Son of a bitch.
Everything dope about America is from Chicago.
Thank you. Hollywood, all that.
Dilla, South Chicago historian.
Yes.
Those his words.
Oh, I love him. Yeah, Ace be posting some of his. He the one who looked like he like one of them artists. I think it's Chief Keef. He looked like somebody. He looked just like somebody. I can't remember. But all right. This brings me to my personal favorite part of the whole shebang, and that's gonna be Wordsmith's final. Words out there. And condolences to Charlie Kirk's family out there.
Yes, sir. It's the truth. Condolences to the Kirk family. I don't know if he was a part of it, but destiny should not be based on what you say, but character sometimes gets in the way. And I don't know where the bullet rang from, but it hit his mark. And the feds are playing dumb. Dumb diddy, don't make no sense. Dumb shit that's in all up in the rents with reprimants. They yelling things like they're facts with no evidence. They packed full of lies. That's why I don't understand how people can listen in and think that's what happened. Because none of it make no sense. Some people have said I'm dense. But to me, that means I got foundation in what I represent. And this didn't happen like they said it did. Makes no sense. So there's a lot of conspiracy from local to overseas. They mention the facts that there's a camera gun and somebody in fact moved like they were carrying one. And it looked like it was given the signal. And they took the camera shot. Disappeared, we don't even know who they are. It probably was at the vigil. Because it was some powerful people that wanted him gone, deleted, away from the norm. Might be a honeypot storm, furry pot storm, all kinds of stuff that ain't really the norm. Did they sacrifice him to prop his wife up and his children? Time will tell. Because we're in the information age. They're gonna open hell and get the information to sell. God, people, words.
Words. One of these days, y'all, one of these days, it'll all be over. All right, Karen. Take us away.
Love, honor, respect, always.
Do you think you are the one? Honestly, I don't know. You know what that means? It's Latin. Means know thyself.
Time is now, my people. We must
Man, know thyself. I will eat the right foods that I
grow myself.
Cause the wrong way stole my health. I'm glad to be me now and nobody else. Man, know thyself. I will eat the right foods that I grow myself. Cause the wrong way stole my health. I'm glad to be me now and nobody else. Yo,
Bullets.
getting the code and all the scriptures, potions and elixirs.
Come on, Karen. Bullets, a boomerang.
Stand your ground.
Murder is suicide.
Yeah, well, an eye for an eye.
Silence is violence.
See something, say something.
You want to be a slave? Vibrate greed. Ego. Fear. That's how they make you a slave. You end up in prison.
Okay. I know for sure, charity plus humility times love is freedom.
That's how you get out. Do not answer questions.
What are you looking at, slave? Question everything.
We've got two who can see. Fear is cap. It's an illusion.
Yeah. Vibrate love.
See if you can hear it. You never die when you breathe in the Holy Spirit. Swine ain't divine, the people they won't go near it. Salad bar, spinning at your avatar here to bring you back to God. Just like Master Far sent you. The end ain't always happy.
And forgiveness is love's supreme vibration.
So, do something charitable for a so-called enemy and end a beef.
Healthy people, heal thy people. That's a commandment.
Yeah, 'cause hurt people, for sure, gonna try to hurt people.
Free Larry Hoover, man, like Big Meech.
Free Jeff Ford.
Free all the guys, man.
Prison to slavery.
Check that 13th Amendment if you don't believe them. And be Yah. Walk on water.
Man. Move mountains.
Oh, Mountain Dew.
Yes, sir. Week by week, that mountain is getting weak. It's moving. Look at it.
I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Being the one is just like being in love. No one can tell you you're in love, you just know it. Through and through. Balls to bones.
Still got them, bro.
Got mine.
Same, man. Stop snitching on y'allself. Take school seriously.
Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because subscribing makes you